Are you ready to tell your story?
No, it's I can't remember what day it was. I don't know if it was yesterday. Or today, Saturday. It was today's Sunday, isn't it? Shit.
Today is Sunday.
Today is Sunday. So it was 2 days ago. We were talking about we were just making jokes about something. One of the persons we were working with had a messed up childhood.
Oh.
That wasn't me. It was somebody else.
Okay, I was about to say.
And
sounds pretty.
He was making jokes about it, and so I was talking about my mother, how she was just like an alcoholic and addicted to gambling and stuff like that, and so I was just basically talking shit about my mom for like 5-10 minutes, and then one of the other coworkers is like friends with my mom, so she was getting like annoyed. She goes, "Well, your mom's changed a lot since in the past 15 years." She's like, she helps out in the community and she's a good person and all that. And I'm like, yeah, no. I go, she really tried. I go, and if there's one thing I could say about my mother is she always kept food on the table. And this lady goes, yeah, see, I told you. And I'm like, yeah, the problem was I wasn't allowed to eat it. She just kept me locked in my room all the time.
Oh, that's good.
That's so real. Just fucking. I know there's like Chef Boyardee being made, and I'm just not allowed to leave my room.
Here's the Chef Boyardee being made.
Did you have like the slot in the door that she just like pushes the stuff through?
No, she At
like a prison cell.
At like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, she would send my sister and I to bed, and we weren't allowed to leave our rooms. And like if she was doing stuff all day and didn't come home and make dinner before then, we were fucked. I lived off sprees for like 2 months.
Sprees?
Yeah, you ever have sprees?
Oh,
the little discs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking stole
It's like pure sugar.
Yeah, I stole a fucking big ass bag of them from I was gonna say her stepdad from her fucking boyfriend at the time, and I fucking kept him in my room. I just lived off sprees and NFL Blitz. That's all I did.
NFL Blitz provides good sustenance.
Yeah, it was all the calories I needed. It's fucked up. No, it was just it was good. Yeah, so we were talking about that, and I was roasting the guy I work with. Just telling him he's going to the National Guard. I was just basically just trashing the National Guard. Wasn't anything serious. Him and I make fun of each other all the time.
Were you just quoting like Red Foreman from that 70s show? Like making fun of Bob for being in the National?
Hey there, hi there, ho there.
No,
dude, Bob is like the best character in that show. Easily. He does not get enough screen time.
Like, I was watching an episode of it, because they started airing them on Comedy Central recently.
Yeah.
Like during the day, right?
Yeah. And so, I was watching an episode where, like, they heard, like, noise in the basement, and I guess it was, like, right when, like, Jackie started going out with Hyde. I
just watched that episode today. Literally watched that episode today.
So, like, Eric comes out of the bedroom and he's just draped in his
Mr. Nude.
Yeah, he's just draped in like his cover, and he had like a plastic bat, and like Red realizes he's naked underneath it, and so he's like calling him Mr. Nude the whole episode, and it's just like, I know for a fact that Bob sleeps naked because they talk about it in other episodes of the show. So like, why isn't that being brought up at all? Like in none of the situations. I was kind of disappointed that they lacked that continuity.
It's funny that I just watched that episode.
Yeah.
You said that 70s show?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever.
Also, what's her name? Donna has a sister in the first season for one episode, and that's it. And she no longer exists. Yep.
Is it like The Room where that lady has breast cancer? Yup, I totally have breast cancer, and they don't talk about it for the rest of the movie.
I didn't know she had a sister.
I mean, I guess.
You ever see The Room?
But it was like Donna's parents were going away for like a whole day or something, and so like the guys just decided to have like a house party at her place, and Eric was working at Fatso Burger or something at the time. So So, like, he couldn't even go to the party or whatever. Like, she was trying to hint to him, like, oh, you should come over because my parents are going to be gone.
Oh,
and then everyone else throws a party instead. And, like, her sister comes out while the party's getting started. Then, like, Fez comes over and starts talking to her. And then they're like, she's 14, dude.
Shit, I do not remember that.
And that was legitimately it. She was never in the show after that.
You know, I think one of the episodes have Fez's parents, too. And they're never in the show again, either.
Oh, is Donna... Donna's not Eric's mom. Donna's the chick, right? Eric's girlfriend.
Yeah,
oh, this whole time I was like, how the fuck is Eric's mom's sister 14 years old?
She has a sister. She has a sister too for one episode. Though.
Yeah, I have to. I've never watched that 70s show. I've maybe seen 2-3 episodes, if that. I don't know shit about it. I can't do shows with a laugh track, dude. It takes me out.
I've seen all of it, and it's like I probably watched all of them like 3 times.
Yeah.
But like now it's like that show that I put on when I go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's what I do with Aqua Teen.
It's like I've already seen it a million times. It doesn't like distract me. It's the same with like a stand-up show that I've seen like a million times.
Right. Completely
like if
normal
I put like if I put like Bill Burr on or something, it's like I've seen those so many goddamn times. I almost know them word for word, and it's like, it's not going to distract me from going to sleep.
I did that yesterday with George Carlin. I could throw any of George Carlin's specials on.
Right.
And pass out to him. Sometimes I fucking stay up and watch the whole thing. Mm-hmm. I fucked up and did that yesterday.
Yeah, sometimes you like just get into it anyway.
Yeah. You're just like the worst part is the George Carlin
fall asleep like right after a bit.
Yeah, exactly. But the bit's not until like the very end. Like the George Carlin one I watched yesterday was Complaints and Grievances. And the very end is the 10 Commandments rant. How he brings the 10 Commandments down to 2.
Mm.
And I was like, I really want to watch that part. And I was like, but he does callbacks to other bits in the special during that thing. So I'm like, I have to watch the whole thing.
Right. You have to.
I mean, I didn't work today till 4 o'clock anyways. Staying up till 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
So you might as well watch Carlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have a setting with the Audible app. So like when I'm listening to audiobooks, I can have it so it's like it'll like go to sleep when the chapter ends.
Mm-hmm.
And so like if I'm going to bed, like I'll do that. But then it will be like I'll stay like wide awake because I'm getting into it.
Yeah.
And then I'll do one more chapter then, and by the end of the night it's like 5 a.m. and I've listened to like 10 hours of the audiobook.
You'll like this. I just started paying for ad-free Hulu. So,
I fucking told you.
God.
But
I fucking told you.
No, it's actually really
just get
cool.
ad block, dude.
On Xbox?
Yeah. Install ad block.
And I turn off autoplay because when I go to sleep, my Xbox goes to sleep after an hour. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I have to hit the button after every episode. Hour. But I'm not gonna go to sleep and have it still be on.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna miss every single episode. And it's gonna think I watched every episode.
The thing is, too, is if your Xbox is set, I found this out like 2 weeks ago. If you set your Xbox to shut off after inactivity,
1 hour I have.
It doesn't shut off if you're on Hulu. If Hulu keeps playing, if Hulu keeps playing stuff, it counts that as activity.
Right? Yeah. That's
so
why I put it on.
There was a night where I fell asleep at like 2, and I got up at like 9:30, and it was still playing, or my Xbox was still on. Hulu wasn't playing anymore. I think Hulu stops after.
It does stop?
Eventually, yeah.
I thought it just kept going.
It takes a while.
Netflix does 3 episodes and then stops.
Yeah, Hulu takes a while. Like I've legitimately gone through like a whole season of.
That's why I did. That's why I wanted to do the
turn off autoplay.
Turn it off just to see if it would fall asleep. I haven't fallen asleep to it yet, but because I usually watch 70s Show and that's on Netflix. So, but I've been pretty much just watching Aqua Teen and like Eric Andre and South Park. Like, and it's so much like, dude, you really don't realize like how ridiculous it is
without
with
ads,
like 40-second breaks all the time.
I've been telling everybody. Everybody's been making fun of me for the past fucking year and a half.
It's because it's like $4 more, which is kind of stupid. Like,
but it
should just fucking be that way. Netflix is $9, $8 or some shit. It doesn't have ads. I mean, sure,
but
you're getting
the content is a lot. Netflix's quality is dipped so poorly.
I mean, Netflix is like what they're trying to do.
I mean, yeah, they're getting rid of House of Cards.
well,
Oh my fucking god. Oh,
well, what
I should have
Netflix
brought
is
my
doing,
liquor over.
what Netflix is doing is trying to, or what it feels like they're doing is they're trying to like move towards all of their originals because they're getting rid of Sunny, like they're getting rid of like the FX shows. So like they're gonna start losing shows like that.
I feel like so many of the Hulu originals that like I've seen or heard people talk about, they just seem god awful.
The thing is, it's Schrodinger's shows. I have never heard anybody talk about Hulu's original programming. Ever.
No, not
Ever.
really.
Except for the show with Sweet D in it. Where she's the babysitter.
Is that a...
That's
not a
on
Hulu show.
That's a Hulu show, isn't it?
No, it's on FX.
Yeah, it's on FX.
Oh.
The Mick.
The Mick, yeah, that's
Yeah.
on FX.
Yep.
Alright, then never mind.
The only one I watched was I watched Deadbeat, and that was okay.
I heard
it has Danny
something
DeVito's
like
daughter.
The Handmaid's Tale or something.
Yeah, I heard that one was
Oh, yeah.
I heard
that
that's really
one's
good,
good.
but that's the only one that I've heard that's gotten any sort of acclaim whatsoever. Like Amazon's got their own original ones. Like
I would like Amazon Video so much more if their layout was better.
oh yeah,
Have you tried using it on like PS4?
it's awful.
It's
Oh, yeah,
it's
it is.
garbage to navigate.
It's very intuitive.
I only wanted to watch SpongeBob because it has the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And that's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you
That's
need.
that's worth the $100 a year.
Seriously, it is. And
Don't even order from Prime, dude. Just
I
pay
can't
the
tell you the
$100.
last. It's fantastic, and it's still some of the funniest TV I've ever seen,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
it's timeless, and it's funnier now that I'm an adult.
Stomping on the beach.
Yeah.
Stomping on the beach.
But to try and find SpongeBob, first off, it's not a.
Was
it's-
trying not to clip during that.
it has to.
the keyboard. I don't know if it's like that. If it's still like it, but
Yeah, I haven't checked in a while.
it wasn't QWERTY. It was like alphabetical
Yeah.
keyboard style, which was weird.
Yep.
And then you type in SpongeBob, and instead of having SpongeBob the show, you click the icon, the seasons pop up. It pops up each individual season, but they're all out of order. It's like season 4, and then like 6, and then 10, and 1, and 3, and 2. It's fucked.
Yeah, like I was trying to watch the show like Vikings, which is on the History Channel.
Yeah.
But it's like it's like a completely original sort of story or whatever. It's really good. Like
Yes, you guys were telling me to check that out. You said it was like Game of Thrones, didn't
Yeah.
you? Or if I like Game of Thrones, I like Vikings.
yeah, it's like
Is that on Prime?
it's like Game of Thrones without the sort of like
Thrones.
fantasy aspect to it.
Yeah, there's no
it's
Thrones.
it's like it's purely just historical.
Significantly-
Fucking
sort
ignoring
of-
the shit out of him right now.
Significantly less dragons.
Yeah, there's no dragons in it.
Notably less dragons. So, okay, you remember that story I told when Paul was here about the weed guy?
Oh god, yeah. Is
yeah.
there a part 2?
This guy, I'm pretty sure is dead now.
What?
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
What?
How can you be sure?
How do you know?
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% positive, but
That's
I'm
such a
pretty
bold
sure.
claim to make.
Dude, but like, I haven't seen him
So?
since okay, 2
But
days.
did you see him all the time before?
He was always at the bus stop.
Mm.
Always at the bus stop in front of like Global Buffet
Okay.
in the morning. So like 2 days after I had this experience with him, there was a house fire. You remember the house fire that happened like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe?
Yeah.
Right.
That there was one person that died in that fire,
Yeah.
And you're convinced that it's him.
and I'm pretty convinced it was him.
Why don't you look up the obituary
Because
see if you can see a
one
picture
of the I should a lady I worked with came
We'll
up
do
to
that
me and
during
she's
Yeah.
like
It's gonna be intense.
she's like, did you know the guy that was in that fire? And I was like, I don't know, who was he? And she like described exactly what he looked like, and she was like, he's out here at the bus stop all the time. I was like, holy shit.
No fucking
And-
way.
And I have not seen him since the house fire. I have not seen him
I'm a
one
little
time.
upset right now, honestly.
I honestly,
Yeah.
like, I really, truly think that the fucking weed guy is dead.
I wanted to.
I think he died now. He probably had such a bad experience with me that he burnt his fucking house down. He got so depressed over the fact that I left him at the bank. Or he got some weed and he dropped it on his floor.
Could be.
He finally got that weed.
Could be.
Aluminum dust explosion. Oh my god.
So
if we look it up and it's him, dude, I'm gonna be fucking blown away. It's not even gonna be real.
I was in Wisconsin last week for work.
How was the travel?
The travel was awful. On the way there, like, so the flight, so it was supposed to be a connecting flight. We were going to Detroit and then to Madison, Wisconsin.
And that didn't work out.
Did not work out. The first flight was delayed by 6 hours. So I would have already landed from the second flight before this first flight from Syracuse took off. So what ended up happening instead was we got a flight to LaGuardia and then to...
LaGuardia, where's that?
New York City. It's one of the two big airports there.
Okay.
There's that in JFK. And then we went to Chicago. And then we drove from Chicago to Madison, Wisconsin.
How long did that take?
That was like 2 hours, 15 minutes-ish.
That's fucked.
And it sucks because the entire way, legitimately, that road is like, it's 45. 45 miles an hour through like an entire state and a half.
So how was, what did you go for? It was a training?
Yeah,
sort of
yeah, it was like, it's called XRF training, which is, X-ray, fluorescence. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we're
really,
using these.
really,
It's
like,
just a rave party. Like
It's just no. It's really bright pictures of teeth.
black lights and shit.
like we use these like $500,000 devices in order to scan the metal and determine the amount of certain materials.
Oh,
that
I
are on
use
it.
the spark guns, right? Sort of like that.
No.
Why wouldn't you just sell it?
It
for
tells you
$500,000?
if it's like aluminum or magnesium or titanium, stuff like that.
Well,
fucking stupid.
that's specifically looking at metals. It doesn't really give you that doesn't give you like percentages, does it?
Yeah, it does. The ones I remember using them at the dock to make sure.
But
I'd
stuff
much
like that.
rather have the $500,000.
To why is
but like
continue?
But like we're looking at like the coatings that they put onto them
Okay.
and like analyze how much of that's on there, and then we do like a procedure to see how much of it like comes off when you like heat it up or stuff.
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
So definitely way different.
But so like we went to this training to figure out what other things we can do with these devices because we spent like $500,000 on each one of them. We have 3, and we only do one thing with it. So it's like kind of a waste. But
yeah, I think.
So while I'm there, anyways, what I was getting at was I could have sworn at one point when we were driving around I thought I saw a Strider.
It could have been.
There was a guy that was just like doing that exact walk, had the same like build, looked just
He
like
could have
them.
strided his way all the way over there.
It's
dude.
possible. He's the dude strides.
I mean, I thought he had a
You talking
spawn
about the
point.
black guy?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I thought he had a spawn point and a despawn point, but I'm pretty sure he can go. Because, like I said, I've seen him almost at McDonald's on the east side, so he's got, like, a pretty good range. So I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
He's got a good spread.
He's got, like, dude, yeah, he's got a good spread. His like, strides are so long that, like, I feel like he steps 5 times and he's gone half a mile.
See, the thing is, I haven't seen him since the NBA season started. And if you saw him in Wisconsin, how are we...
I see him almost
No,
every day.
if Brian saw him in Wisconsin, how are we not sure that it's not actually Giannis Antetokounmpo? The guy that he's got the wicked fucking long wingspan.
It could very possibly...
It's definitely the Greek freak that's fucking striding around town.
A.K.A. Strider.
Yep. I'm going to go into 2K and change his name on 2K to The Strider.
Just Strider. No last name.
I swear to it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's fucked.
How long were you at this training for?
So I had to leave on Sunday, and I got back on Friday night, like just before midnight. But the training was 8 hours from Monday through Thursday, and then like 3 hours on Friday.
Oh, okay.
And they could have taught the whole thing in one day.
Did you guys
I don't understand why did it have to be out of state?
I mean, we went to their actual facility, and they wanted to teach us there.
Oh, because the things are $500,000, right?
Right.
You got to come to them.
But the funny thing kind of was that, like, we have 3 of those units where we work. And what they taught us with, for like a class of 7 of us, they had 2. At their own facility, they only had 2 of them.
Jesus.
So it's like...
That's $1 million.
You're working at a computer that controls this machine, and it's just like you're expecting 4 people to learn off of one computer. It just didn't work well.
Do they have any smart boards?
No.
If you're a hands-on, type of learner, you're fucked.
Yep.
That's why I'm going to fucking BOCES, bud.
Yep.
Just signed up for.
They don't have those there.
Smart boards.
They don't
or
have
the
that.
$500,000 things.
They
definitely don't have one of those machines at BOCES.
They don't have
fresh
extra
out. Dude, they are fresh out of those.
No, it's fucked. No, I'm doing a heating, ventilation, and air conditioning class.
It's good money.
It's gonna be. And I'm excited. Shit's interesting.
Yep.
There's like no demand for that, dude.
Yeah.
There's absolutely
There's absolute demand for that.
Nobody needs to be warm or cold.
They can't. Oswego Health has been contracting their own HVAC guys to go from the hospital to urgent care to the Manor at Seneca Hill and Kraus because they only have like 3 of them in the entire company.
Yep.
Because everybody's leaving to go to factories and stuff like that. Because the people that work that job at factories are retiring and there's fucking nobody that can do it. One of the guys his name is John, he used to do it at the Manor. He was making like $22-23 an hour. And somebody at Novellis retired, and he applied for the job, and it's $38 an hour.
Yep.
One week is Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day, and then the next week is Monday through Thursday, 10 hours a day with that Friday off.
Yep.
Huh.
I mean, I'm not gonna get that. I kind of just want to do I could do that potentially. I want to do like a.
You don't gotta drive a forklift.
No.
Going home.
Call it.
Love you, bud.
We'll wrap it up right now.
Yep. And we're gone. No, so it'll be cool.
Do you not? Okay, so like, can you not drive forklifts anymore, or would you have to like renew a license?
When I crashed the forklift the second time, they didn't let me for a week. I could only do stuff.
You can't get better at it. Don't get better at it.
Well, you can't get worse at it.
They kept me off.
You can't really get worse at it than crashing it, can you?
Like if you don't, I don't know. Like,
can you get worse than that?
Like,
I didn't kill anybody. I could have killed somebody.
If you were just starting to learn how to drive and then like you didn't do it for like a week and then like you got back in, it's like, are you gonna have retained all that? So you might get worse.
But I was already driving forklifts before Novellis.
Right. Yeah, you did it at Interface.
But the ones at Interface don't have speed limiters on them. We were going like fucking 15, 20 miles an hour through the factory.
You guys were cruising.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but it's also a much emptier place.
It's less dense. Novellis was, I think, 4 mile per hour speed limit.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking hauling ass.
But, no, when the thing is, because I worked in shipping and receiving, so I had to be on a forklift to do anything. So what they did was the supervisor would fucking sign into the forklift, and then I would get on, breaking every fucking rule we had, because you're not supposed to do that. I would get on the fork truck, and he would sign himself in, and basically was like, "Don't fuck anything up, because I'll kill you, because we'll both get in trouble for it." Mm-hmm. But no, after a week of not being able to sign in on my own card for the trucks, I had to redo the test, and it was fucking hilarious because it was me and like 7 other people, but those 7 other people had just started working there. It was like their orientation. So at the end of orientation,
you take a test after the orientation.
Yeah, they teach you how to do it.
Jesus.
So
Yeah, it's like right after orientation.
he had
Weird.
me.
You would think like, I don't know. I wonder how many people like they get that actually have knowledge in that. Like, I feel like they probably just have to teach everybody.
A lot of people there did when I started. There was probably like 3 or 4 of us that were already like certified with OSHA, but you have to be certified at Novellas too. Mm-hmm. But the trainer had me go first. Had me do instead of just the regular test, he had me do a bunch of extra shit too, because he knew I could do it. And it fucking intimidated the shit out of some of the people there, because they thought they were going to have to... Like, the regular test was like, all right, drive and weave through these cones, and then, like, take these boxes, stack them up, move them to the other side of the warehouse.
Like a slalom.
Unstack them, and then,
course.
you know... So he had me do the regular course, but he had me do extra boxes, extra shit, go through tight spaces, stuff like that. And, you know, had me... like, check the oil, fucking checking his oil. Had me check the oil, refuel it, do all that stuff. He had me do extra, because I had to.
Right.
But he had me do it in front of all the new people, and they were like, we're fucked. You're not going to be able to do this. So then when he did the actual orientation test, it was way different for them. But no, and then I crashed the truck the 3rd time, and I was canned. No, it wasn't even the truck. I didn't crash the truck.
You annihilated
I was stacking boxes where I wasn't supposed to be, but my supervisor told me to do it anyway. But I still wasn't supposed to, but he was really adamant about stacking those boxes.
He wanted them boxes stacked.
And within like 10 minutes, we found out why we're not supposed to stack boxes there, because there's fucking gas lines over there.
Yeah.
And,
it's one of those things you don't play around with.
No. Yep. But...
especially when weed guys around.
So you're gonna talk about last episode, the lost episode? Do you have it recorded? Do you have it recorded still?
I have it. Yeah. I have
all right, so we can save it for a while.
Save it for a rainy day. Drop the lost episode.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a Patreon exclusive.
Oh my! It was so bad. No, because I don't even think we were planning on doing the podcast. I think that was the first mistake. Was I came over to just hang out and
play Super Mega Baseball.
Play Super Mega Baseball, and I was already was I drinking before I got? I was drinking on the way here. I was drinking on the way here. I'm pretty sure. And I got here.
I was drinking on your way here too.
Yeah, I brought a whole bottle of Maker's Mark. Not a big one, but like, you know, like a 5th. And Sean and I and Seth were just hammering shots of Maker's Mark. Seth was drinking Velvet and beer. And then, like an hour in, after we played Super Mega Baseball for like an hour and a half, maybe, we were feeling pretty fucking dickered. And Seth just goes, so are we going to do the podcast tonight? It's like, yeah. It was basically all set up.
Yeah.
So we get everything set up, and then Seth is like, I'm going to make a mixed drink. He's like, do you want one? It's like, yeah, sure. So he just gets the glass, fills it with ice.
Fills it full of spiders.
He fills it with spiders.
What's this, ice?
But I put like 2 or 3 shots of whiskey in mine, and then I finished my drink while we were getting the microphone set up and all that. And by the time we actually started... like, I was tripping over my own words. And we didn't stop drinking. And
no, it was going on.
It was pretty bad. Like, 45 minutes in, about an hour in.
I wasn't going to, like, sit there. Like, because I had a Pepsi for the mixed drink, and I wasn't going to, like, not drink the whole Pepsi.
And you weren't going to give it to him.
And I don't...
It's just
no,
Pepsi.
Of course not. I mean, I don't, like, usually just drink soda in the first place. It's only if I'm doing that. Which, that I never do that either.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it's, like, not any different than if I were to just keep swigging fucking shots. Or is it?
I don't know. I felt way drunker that night than any other night.
I mean, it feels like you're drinking more because you are drinking more. It's just you're not drinking as much. You're still drinking the same quantity of alcohol.
But it's not hitting you at once. I don't know. I feel like I get more drunk on mixed drinks than shots. But you never know. Till,
it's a psychological thing.
Yeah. But it got to the point where like an hour and a half in, Seth goes, yeah, so I got Mortal Kombat XL the other day, and I go, fucking play me right now. And the last half hour of the podcast was The last half hour of the podcast was just fucking. And I didn't even listen to it. Like, Seth put it up that night, and I got home, and you texted me at like 12:30 that next day, and he goes, dude, that podcast is fucked. And he goes, we're not doing mixed drinks on the podcast ever again. And I texted him back, and I'm like, I'm not even fucking gonna listen to it. I go, you should just take it off. And like 4 or 5 hours later, I was like, you know what? I might as well just try and listen to it, and it was already gone. So that was the right decision.
Yeah.
As he busts out the Black Velvet. See, we can do shots. We just can't do mixed drinks.
It's a social lubricant.
Yeah,
mixed drink, though.
like yesterday, I went to Gary's with a bunch of my coworkers, and that was a mistake. It was
generally
fun.
is.
It was fun, but like I sat down, and it wasn't planned. That was the bad part. I wanted to go to Gary's and just have a drink.
Right.
And my friend Rachel was bartending. And I really I guess we're friends. I don't know, acquaintance. We went to high school together, but she was bartending. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll stay. Talk to her for a little bit, catch up. Haven't seen her in like 3 years. And maybe 10 minutes later, like 2 or 3 housekeepers and like 2 or 3 nurses and their wife or husband or boyfriend, girlfriend, they all came in, and all of Gary's was just everybody that works at the Manor that I see all the time. And it was just, I don't like going to the bar.
So it was like one of those work.
It was weird. It was very surreal. Because I've been working with these people for like 2 years now, and I've never seen them outside of work. And I'm sitting there.
It almost sounds like a bad dream.
Yeah.
Situation.
See, I never had that until I worked at Ponderosa, and then all of us would go out all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all the same age and shit. Like,
yeah. Like, that was the thing. Was like I'm 21.
And we all liked each other.
Yeah. Well, like it's not like we don't like each other either. Like Derek is 22, and his girlfriend and I graduated together, and then like some of the nurses were in like their late 20s, early 30s, and all that. But it was just kind of. That's what it was like. It was like I got home and like I went to bed, and I woke up today and I was like, dude, I was at the bar. I had like 3 or 4 drinks. I was like, I hope I didn't embarrass myself. I know I probably did.
He easily is going to.
I always did. But
100% of the time embarrasses himself.
Yeah.
And I don't even drink that much anymore compared to how it used to be, especially at the bar. I had a whiskey sour and 3 gin and tonics, which is practically nothing.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, I feel like when I'm at the bar, I don't, like, it's kind of the same concept we were talking about with mixed drinks, where you feel it more. Like, I almost feel like I'm getting drunker when I'm at the bar. For some reason.
It's the environment. I think it's because your body...
might be that.
Your body is, like, relaxed more. And you're with other people, and you're like getting that social aspect.
I don't feel more relaxed at a bar. I
Really?
feel like I'm more like
Anxious?
I'm on edge.
See, I'm on edge if I drink outside of a bar.
I maybe it's just because I'm doing more at a bar.
Talking and all that.
Because you're like, maybe like you're just moving around a little bit more and shit. Like, whereas if I'm drinking here, I'm just gonna be sitting around.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Want to hand me that shot glass there?
There's no spiders in it, either.
Not yet.
Alright. I'll give you some ice. I hope it doesn't turn into what it did last time. It can't possibly be that bad.
No, I've been drinking green tea all day. I'm good to go.
Yeah, and he already knows that you have Mortal Kombat XL, so...
Yeah, so I'm not going to freak out. No, the problem with last night, too, though, is...
right now, though.
I went to LaGraff's first. I've never been there before, and it's a block away from my house.
Yeah.
Really nice on the inside. I like it there.
It's alright. It's just really cramped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was the only person there, and I was just hanging out, talking to the bartender, and I left. I was going to go right back home, and I was like, fuck it, I'll go to Gary's. I'll see who's working. Because it's always somebody that I went to high school with, either at Gary's or the Woodchuck. It's always one of my friends from high school is bartending.
I guess LaGroff's has like a racing simulator or something.
I don't know. I didn't. Most of it.
Apparently, they're doing like a tournament of some sort.
Forza
It's like
2.
It's like $5 a week or something like that. Seems interesting. I would like to go in there just to see, like, I haven't been in there in a while, so maybe a year or so.
Yeah, like, I think the last time I was in there, as before we were in Ethernauts, and they did a show in there,
Huh.
like, 5 years ago. That's the last time I was there.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
And, like, Jonesy almost picked a fight with some guy. It's wicked funny.
Classic Jonesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I don't know when it was that we talked about this, but it might have been the episode that we took down. But we talked about, like, the bars. Unless it was Paul. Maybe it was Paul.
We talked about the bars last time I was on. It might have been
you, yeah.
Yeah. That when we talked about, what was it, the Lighthouse Tavern or whatever?
Dude, I don't. Yeah, that was the last
we're
time.
We're not gonna bring that up again, though.
I mean, we could. I talked to both bartenders last night, the one at LaGraff's and the one at Gary's, and they were both like, "Don't, you shouldn't have gone to the Lighthouse." Like, that's I think it was you that said it, and you were saying, like, the place is self-sustainable because it's like the same 15 to 20 people that go there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's regulars.
It's a townie bar.
Yeah,
and they're like, you shouldn't go there. Like, dead serious. Like, don't.
I mean, honestly, if I owned a bar,
you'll get trapped. You'll become the people that sustain the bar.
Oh God, you could check out anytime you like, but anytime you like. I haven't even had a sip of the whiskey yet. Anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Yep.
I don't know. I think if I owned a bar, that's what I would want, though.
The same
like
people?
a bunch of regulars. You know, I feel like with college kids, it gets fucking.
Oh, college kids for sure. That's an issue.
I think we were talking about how. Go ahead.
But, like, if you had a place that, like, maybe it was, like, also, like, a spot where, you know, you do occasionally have, like, something going on or, like, people passing through. Like, it's a little bit different than, you know, the college crowd, where the college crowd doesn't give a shit. And they're just gonna, like, you know, make a mess of the place or whatever. Or not tip.
I mean, here
or stuff like that.
Here it's
like,
you're
but if you have,
get...
like, people in their, like, 40s or something that are just, like, passing through.
Right.
Like, that's I feel like that's, like...
Well, that's the difference, is that here you're not going to get that.
Not very often, anyways.
I mean, here is just going to be college kids and fucking people from here.
That's the west side, though.
Yeah.
But east side is so... Well, besides steamers.
But the thing is, you can only come into this city from the north, east, or the east, west, and the south. You can't come in from the north. So, like, it's kind of a weird... like,
what are you getting at?
Yeah, I'm so confused
what I'm saying
right
is
now.
that, like, it's not an easy place to travel through.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? Like, no one's really coming through Oswego.
Yeah, kind of. Unless there's an event going on.
Right. Like, the only time you get people in is Harborfest or something.
What about Pumpkin Fest?
Nah. But, like, it's not like a travel through town.
Yeah,
kind of
true.
Fishermen and stuff.
Are they traveling through, or are they fishing in the river?
I mean, I know what you're talking about.
I guess
you're not. I thought you were talking about tourism.
If we're getting that, like, specific about it being traveling through, but, like, visiting is also.
Who the fuck would stop at a bar while they're going through a town? You're driving.
I'm just saying, like, even visiting, we don't get that many.
Oh, fishermen.
Yeah. Yes.
Fishermen. You just want those fishermen brought up, don't you? Are we going into fishing? Is that what we're doing here? Talking about fishermen?
I don't know shit
for the next hour and a half? Nobody knows about fishermen, dude.
Yeah.
They're fucking mysterious.
they really are.
They're enigmas.
Yeah, like, So one of the places that I went to eat, I ate at a whole bunch of crazy different restaurants while I was in Wisconsin. But one of the places that I was at...
Did you get cheese? 7 cheese pizza?
No.
Wisconsin 7 cheese?
Wisconsin 3 cheese.
I thought it was a 3 cheese.
But, so... we went to this Jamaican restaurant, and it legitimately, this was the bottom floor of someone's house.
The restaurant was?
Yes. It was just the bottom floor of someone's house. And
did the person that lived in the house own the restaurant, or
yes,
was it okay?
Yeah.
That,
like bottom floor, like basement floor, or like ground floor?
Ground
level.
But like, so like we go in there, and like the guy who owns the place, he's like this really old Jamaican guy, and he's just sitting there. He's got like a cane next to him, and he's got his feet up, and like he had this guy working for him that wasn't Jamaican. Like he is some type of like Hispanic.
Definitely was
person.
not Jamaican.
And
Let's just say that.
And did not speak like a word of English. Like we had to like say things to the guy like 7 or 8 times to.
I don't speak a lick of English.
but so like he just had like Maury was on when we came in, and then it changed to Family Feud while we were there, and like they did like one of the end bit where like they have like this sort of speed round, and it was just like name a fish that starts with S, and like the first person did salmon, and I'm like trying to think of what the next one's gonna be.
Shark.
And shark isn't a fish.
Yeah, it is.
It's more like a shark.
A shark's a fish.
Yeah, I guess sharks are. But I couldn't think of one. I legitimately could not think of one.
Swordfish.
Could not think of it. I was just like
Scuttlebutt.
I don't know anything about fish. I gotta watch more Fish Center. That's what I said.
Scuttlebutt.
Like
It's not even a fish.
for all I know, it could be. That's how little I know about fish.
There is salmon, sharks.
Like I know the kind that you turn
Swordfish.
into sushi, and sushi is not a type of fish.
Sushi
I was gonna
fish.
say, I hope you didn't say that.
If we had a social media following right now, we'd be
Sunfish.
getting fucking all kinds of fish names that
Sun-
start with S.
Oh, for sure.
Sunfish.
Yeah, whatever, dude. You know more fish than I do.
Barely.
Someone knows their fish over here. Someone knows their S fishes.
Like, in the moment, I couldn't think of it, okay? So I would have been bad in
Yeah,
a
when
speed
you're on the
round.
spot,
Yeah.
it's like,
Just don't air it.
yeah, just don't air it.
I don't think you get a choice.
No, the how do we get on? I kept saying fisherman. Do they do that? Do they come to town for fun, like to fish, or is it like business, or
Yes.
like they fish for their?
Yep.
They sell it. I don't know.
I have no idea. I have no idea why anyone would come here. Like, what is there?
Like,
what is there?
I mean, like, if you have, like, a particular type of fish that you like to eat or something, and that's like, going through the area, because they migrate, I guess.
Price Chopper has fish though.
So...
Price Chopper does have fish, yes.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Well, it's sort of like Osceola. My grandpa used to have a camp there. And there would be people coming from, like, Canada and Michigan and the South and stuff just to come up and...
I mean, yeah, there's hot spots for fishing.
No, I'm not talking about fishing. I'm talking about snowmobiling. So I feel like it's the same...
It's the same thing.
No, it's the same idea. It's the same idea.
Like...
The hot spots
yeah,
for fishing and hunting and snowmobiling and...
Those are different activities.
I was just caught off guard by that.
By snowmobiling?
Yeah. It's just like, I'm talking about snowmobiling.
Where have you been?
Yeah. Well, it's like, aren't there hot spots for hunting? I don't hunt either.
Well,
I mean, not,
in a way,
yeah,
like,
not really though. I mean,
there
like,
are
deer
there are
everywhere.
there are certain places that you can go that are, it's like, oh, there's definitely deer here.
right, like there's certain places where you know certain things are, like
But-
in certain regions. But it's not like there's like
No, like, but there's places that you can go to where, like, they legitimately, like, just raise deer there. And you
there's
shoot
also
those.
places that have way too many fucking deer, and
Yeah.
they need
Yeah.
hunters.
Like, we need hunters around here, because legitimately I was driving home last night, and there were 6 deer in the road. And I was only driving, like, 5 miles.
Yeah, that's why you got to carry a hunting rifle and tags.
I mean, I guess.
Well, if you carry that in your car, you have to make sure you have a glove and a ball, so that way the cop doesn't think you're using it as a weapon.
What?
I was reading about that.
A glove and a ball? What are you
Well,
talking
for a
about?
baseball bat.
What the fuck are you talking about right now? What?
I'm talking about snowmobiling.
I don't understand. Okay. Where is the ball and the glove coming from?
No, if you have a baseball bat in your car and you don't have a glove or a
Why
ball.
would we have a baseball
weren't
bat?
talking
We were
about
talking
baseball
about.
bats.
I know, but you were talking about. He said hunting rifle.
It's not
But you could use a
baseball
bat too. But if you have a bat in your car.
The jumps that you are making right now in conversation.
Dude, I've been drinking green tea all day. I can't have any nicotine because it'll blow off the fucking microphone. I'm losing my fucking mind.
I've been drinking green tea for like
37 years. Yeah. But
But yeah, I almost hit one on my way home.
that would not have been good.
No. Like, it was running, like, right down the middle of the road. And, like I slowed down to, like, a snail's pace. And I'm like, am I going to be able to pass this guy?
It was a decoy snail.
And then, like, he just bolted in front of me, and I just braked. And then I was like, okay.
Are deer considered pests?
I guess. I mean,
Right?
I would consider it that, yeah.
Like, I don't think they're typically considered pests, but, like, they are.
Yeah.
Did you see?
They're pretty pesty. Let's be honest.
Sometimes they have to chase them out of novels. Because they'll actually get into, like, the hot mill or remelt.
They get into the fucking furnace.
I bet they have. I don't doubt it at all.
I feel like that ain't good for them.
They had cats in Interface when I was there.
I believe it.
They kept them there to eat all the mice and stuff. Fucking cat crawling into the furnace. That you ever see the paper machines at Interface?
No.
They have this thing at the bottom that it's like really hot water. Like I think it's boiling. I don't know.
Probably.
It's water and a bunch of other chemicals. So if any paper falls through, it gets it gets melted down and they can recycle. If like a cat just you make gaskets with little fucking paws in it.
Jesus.
I mean, yeah.
It's
I
awful.
guess.
Did you see the thing in Russia about the bear? There was like a 4,000 pound bear that killed 2 people in Russia. The thing was
4,000 pounds.
4,000 pound bear. Dude, the thing was like the size of a fucking Jeep Liberty.
It's ridiculous.
To get it out of the woods, and they kept the pelt. They fucking destroyed the 2 guys.
I feel like you need like a rocket launcher for that thing.
It took
Like,
I think 4 hunters in order to just constantly just fucking shoot the fuck out
Just
of it.
fucking unload on it.
But they had to get an actual crane to get that bear. And
Yep.
like they
Yep.
took the pelt and everything. I wish we had a Jamie so we could pull it up.
That's
Yeah.
I mean, I could pull it up, but
Save it for the break.
Yeah, they showed on Reddit. They showed the pictures, like the aftermath of the 2 guys it fucking killed, and like there weren't any organs. It fucking ate, like it ripped them open and just ate all their insides.
yeah, that's the good stuff.
They were like hollow as fucked.
It's like when you eat like a baked potato or something.
A loaded baked potato.
Yeah.
Or a twice.
I mean, you should eat the skins.
They're not. They're loaded with toxins.
Yeah. No,
But there's also,
Baked potatoes
there's also
actually
good
have-
things in the skins.
they actually have a lot of vitamins. Like the skins of potatoes.
Yeah.
It's actually good. I eat them all the time.
Just the skins.
Yeah, just the skins. I bake
You
a
get
potato.
do you get the
I bake
TGI?
a potato
Do you get the
and then I peel
TGI
the
Friday
skin.
brand potato skins?
What are you talking about? No, I don't buy potato skins. I'm talking about
It's
like
like
when
buying just egg whites.
I'm talking about when I eat a baked potato.
Stupid. Waste of money.
I was speaking of eggs and potato skins. I was fucking with somebody at work tonight, and both of those things are involved.
Baked potatoes and potato skins.
Nope, potato skins and eggs. I was throwing eggs at her throughout the night.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fun to throw eggs. I don't know if you guys have ever done it. Like, it's very liberating to be.
We've done egg tosses. Back when...
Not even
Back when you
egg,
did-
but like fucking smashing the shit out of them.
Oh.
Because in the kitchen we have hoses and stuff and drains.
Those
and-
are like, because with an egg toss, your object is to not break it.
yeah,
Right.
I'm fucking launching eggs around the
This
kitchen.
is like you're trying to fucking shatter these things.
yeah.
All over
Well,
the place.
I was fucking with her. I was throwing eggs at her. I was putting like we have the steam table, like, you know, at Ponderosa you have a steam table, and we had a pan in there that was just a placeholder, so that the rest of the pans could fit in the slot. So I just kept putting an egg in there. And she was getting pissed. She doesn't like eggs. Well, the way it ties in with the potato skins, she had a bag of potato skins, the TGI Friday little chips, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's it.
And I took an egg, and I fucking scooped out like half the bag of chips, and I put the egg in there, and then I put the chips back in and sealed it up. I thought she was gonna notice when she left. I thought she was gonna take the bag of chips and notice it. She didn't fucking notice it. It's been sitting in that bag of chips since like fucking 5:30, and I'm really hoping she just doesn't notice it for a few days. Just all I want. I'm off work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't see her tomorrow.
When I was in high school, I flung like a piece of like a fucking cheese or some shit onto one of the windows in the cafeteria, and it was there all year. Like that piece of fucking like cheese or whatever it was always there. I would check it every day to make sure. But they didn't clean those fucking windows.
No.
Because that cheese was fucking there, man.
No,
I put it up in, like, one of the corners,
they
like,
take the same cloth on every single table and call it a day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do. They just get it wet once and then run it across, and
yep,
that's that.
Who even... Alright. You have janitors or custodians or whatever at schools. Do they have a boss? Like, what if they just don't clean something up?
What is the difference between a janitor and a custodian, though?
And a housekeeper? I think it's all just nomenclature.
It's just a title thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's like how they have Panthers, Cougars, and Mountain Lions, and they're all the same thing.
Are they all the same thing?
Yeah.
I don't
think a mountain lion and a panther are the same.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Mountain lion and a
mountain
cougar
lions are different.
Pull that up, Jamie.
Mountain Lions and Cougars are the same thing. I know one of them, it's interchangeable.
I don't know. I could... we gotta start pull up the mountain lions and cougars.
I'll Google it.
Yeah, we need to work on this setup, dude.
What do you mean work on it? Hold on. There.
We gotta have the one guy at the laptop.
I don't have another guy. I am the guy. I'm the guy at the laptop.
Have you seen how Tom Segura does his?
Yeah, they have a screen, but I don't know who he runs his with his laptop.
Yeah. He's got like 2 laptops. He's got one set up for like all the sound effects. And
Mountainlion.org. Are mountain lions, cougars, and panthers all the same animal? Yes.
They are.
Yeah. Fucking.
Huh.
I told you, it's the fucking words. It's the words we use.
That's really weird to me. Like I thought they were totally different fucking things. Like I didn't know. Like I guess
I always think of panthers as being black, and
that's
I know
racist, dude. That is racist. I actually think the same thing because the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I think that they're supposed to be black.
But when I see mountain lions, I don't ever see them as black dudes. You know?
I wasn't saying dudes.
You're fucking lions. Jumping around like I was.
Mountain lions aren't black dudes, though. I'm not jumping around. I'm still talking about mountain lions and panthers and black dudes.
He never said black dudes.
Now you got me saying it.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Old black man.
It's just old man. Classic NFL streams. Did you watch any college football yesterday?
I just watched the Syracuse game.
I didn't see the game. I saw the final score. I thought it was a basketball game. I'm not gonna lie. I got home and I said it was like 66 to 50 or something like that.
They scored over like 80, 90 points or something like that.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know.
Is it just like that college football teams don't have a defense?
Yes.
It's harder to play defense than offense.
The schemes are totally different.
Yeah. It relies mostly on athleticism and
quarterbacks, a lot more
like it just makes me wonder like how they choose defensive people when they hire them on from college.
All the good defensive players are going to play in systems that run pro sets, like the Big Ten with Michigan and Ohio State and Penn State and Wisconsin always have like an all pro level player. Alabama always brings out like 5 or 6.
Speaking of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Badgers were staying at the same hotel I was.
That's really cool. Did you meet any of them?
No.
Yeah,
But they were
they're doing
really
really well
loud.
this year. I imagine, dude. They're playing Michigan this Saturday.
Like I guess like what they do is they like
Stay at
when it's
hotels.
leading up to a game, like they'll get them off campus so they don't cause trouble on campus.
Mm-hmm.
And so like they're staying at this really nice hotel
I believe it.
for
Yeah,
like
it's
3
not
days.
it's not like Blue Mountain State
yeah.
where they're just drinking on campus until the game.
Yep.
I feel like we talk about BMS every time we're on, and
Do we?
every time I think about how I'm going to watch it when I get home, and I never do.
No, he never does.
Nope, never does. The first couple episodes are just boring as fuck.
I don't
But
remember the first
setting
couple
up.
episodes.
Yeah, the setup is boring, meeting all the characters. I still haven't taken a sip of this whiskey.
So fucking, I never told this on the podcast. About retard hour at McDonald's.
No, yeah.
You don't remember retard hour at McDonald's? I was the only one there, so I told it though
No.
in the group chat.
That's what the group chat was named that for a while.
That's why it was retard hour up until like 2 days ago.
360 no lights.
Yeah, and then there was 360 retard hour, no lights.
After John Jones got caught doping
And there was-
again,
yeah,
I
there was the
switched
John
it to
Jones.
360 John Jones, no title.
Yep. We've had so many good names.
I think 360 Geru, no lights was
Oh yeah,
the best.
that's a classic.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with Garu. Good old Garu.
I don't even really remember like all of it. I know that what happened was I went into McDonald's and this fucking dude was clearly retarded, like very clearly retarded. And and he like started talking to me and shit and like just making like pretty weird conversation. He like asked me like how old I was and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm just trying to be friendly. So like, I'm like, I'm 26. And he's like, you're pretty good for 26. I'm like,
You're pretty good.
like pretty good what? Like, first of all. And this guy, like, what was so weird was that like, we sat down and then he sat down with whoever he was with, like a table across. And he was like, I felt like he was watching me the whole time. Like I was trying not to make eye contact.
He just was in awe of how good you are for 26.
Maybe he knows, yeah, maybe he just thought I was good for 26 and he wanted to
He wanted to see how good you are.
yeah.
He was trying to learn, okay? You shouldn't hate on this guy for
I
trying
guess.
to learn how to be good.
He probably hasn't seen many that are good for 26. I all I said was thanks, man. Like, what else do you say? Like, I have no idea what else to say to that.
Were you with
I
Katie?
mean, I'm trying to be friendly. Yeah, she was there. She didn't even know what was going on.
She
She was up
didn't-
at
you
the
didn't talk to
counter and
her
shit. She was at the counter. I think she noticed what was happening, but it was pretty fucking funny.
You like, I would have had to have asked how old he was, and then I'd be like, "Well, you're not doing too bad yourself."
Yeah, you,
And
you're
that
pretty
would
solid yourself,
like, you
bro.
know, just like bring him up a little.
It seemed so gay, like the way he was saying it. But I knew that he was more retarded than gay. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know if he was gay, but he seemed more retarded.
You're definitely like shooting down two demographics right now. What kind of audience are you trying to get?
Well,
here?
it does sound gay, right? It does sound gay. I mean, does that not sound gay?
I mean,
I don't
Like, I
know
guess
the
it would-
I don't know the
It sounds
context.
almost-
I don't know the tone.
Yeah.
I don't know the body language. Was he checking you out? Was he looking you in the eyes when he said it?
I mean, I
Was
don't
he
know.
looking at his
It's just-
feet? Did he pass you a
I'm
post-it
pretty
note with a
good,
year
though.
on it?
was he doing
I'm
that
pretty
thing?
good.
Was he doing that thing where like you sort of like kick the ground?
No,
and,
he
like-
wasn't kicking the ground. No,
Looks disappointed.
I'm pretty
hands,
good.
Hands
though,
half in his
but-
pockets.
But what else do you? How else do you say I'm pretty? Like you're pretty good. Like how? What
Maybe he
other-
was just quoting Metal Gear Solid. You never know.
Like maybe he was impressed with how much beard you have for someone.
I mean, he
That could have
should've
been it.
mentioned
That's the first
beard,
thing I
though.
thought of.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's like, you're pretty good. Like,
Or maybe you look young for your age or something.
yeah.
I don't think so.
Was he like? Did he have Down syndrome or something?
Maybe from his perspective.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Because like
It's
are some
one or the
people
other.
that legitimately like they look like they're in their 40s when they're in their 20s, and it's just like,
oh yeah, that happens.
So like maybe he's just like, oh, you look your age.
What do you mean it's one or the other?
You can fucking it's black or white whether somebody has Down syndrome or not. It's so easy to tell.
Yeah, but you can be retarded. You can have a different.
Oh, I know. But I just said
Down syndrome isn't the only fucking.
I didn't say it was. I said, did he have Down syndrome? And you're like, I don't know, probably.
I mean,
it's not a probably situation.
No, I don't think so. But I
he was
still
just
think he was retarded. And possibly gay. Homosexual.
I mean, like
360 gay retards.
the two things aren't necessarily exclusive, I guess.
Right. I mean, you could be both.
Could be.
I mean, you could easily be both. I guess he could be both. I didn't stop to ask him. I wasn't going to keep going.
Are you a gay retard? Yeah. You're pretty good.
Want to be friends? Are you a gay retard? That's the least polite question to possibly ask anyone.
You're pretty good for a gay retard.
That's so bad. It's so bad.
Oh, I couldn't even get it out.
It's like we could get really good weed at the mental institution. Fucking Christ.
I'm crying my ass off right now. Oh my god, dude.
It's okay, we all are.
That was like...
The problem is we can't even make a clip of that because people will listen to that 1.5 seconds of you not just going gay retards.
Still gonna make a clip of it. Still gonna do it.
Just the Clear Shots podcast clip dash gay retards. I'll get fired so fast.
Yep.
That's what it is. It's probably gonna be that too.
God damn it.
Oh god.
You should put
I'm gonna get fired.
Homosexually disabled.
Yes.
Homosexually disabled. TM. Copyright.
We're gonna go back through this and we're gonna record over that, and with the PC terminology.
We'll script it all down.
Yeah.
No, fuck PC terminology. Dude, I don't care. Like, I don't care at this point. People are sensitive about everything, dude. It's like fucking.
Yeah, it's a good point. No, it's more of one of those. It kind of. Trying to put this into words.
Dude, it's like everybody has something they don't like.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck are you getting all fucking worked up over it?
Yeah, it's sort of like...
People have thin skin, dude.
I have a few relatives that
Same.
are extremely left-wing and liberal. And they're like, oh, people can think and say what they want, man. But then they like get all bent out of shape when people think and say what they want. It's
exactly.
weird.
That's what the left is right now.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's like they're trying to find out who's more left.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's exactly what it is.
And
it's
like
a competition to be the most fucking left. It's so fucking weird. And I used to consider myself like a full-blown Democrat.
Yeah.
But now it's like, fuck.
I don't want to be lumped in.
I don't want to be either of these fucking things.
No, because in a lot of ways it's like they claim to be the most accepting, but if it disagrees at all, then it's not.
Exactly. That's not accepting. That's the fucking complete opposite. What are you grinning about?
I'm gonna start the gay retard party. And our candidate is Herman Cain and George Takei.
The running mate, Kevin Spacey.
It's funded by Harvey Weinstein's company.
I can't wait until...
Who do you think's next?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't wait until we see the next one.
Jim Norton's definitely next.
Norton's up there. He's on deck, man.
But he's already
What happens when Frank Reynolds gets it? and Danny DeVito gets it, and they watch the fucking episode of Frank's Little Beauties, where he has the kids' beauty pageant.
Fucking American Beauty with Kevin Spacey is so creepy now, in hindsight.
Yeah.
I never really watched a lot of any of his shit at all, really. I watched a little bit of House of Cards.
I've watched so many Kevin Spacey movies, like, legitimately, like, if I gave my, like, top 10 movies from, like last, like, not movies that came out last year.
Yesteryear.
But, like, the list of my top 10 favorite movies as of last year, like, I think maybe, like, 5 of them would be movies that he's in. Because, like, 7 is an incredibly good movie. He plays the villain in that.
I feel like I've seen it.
The Usual Suspects.
That one's
incredibly
fantastic.
good movie.
Yeah.
Now, what was weird, though, was...
K-Pax is such a good movie, but no one knows about that
That's the one where
that.
they think he's an alien, right?
Yeah, he thinks he's an alien.
He thinks he's an alien.
And he convinces everyone else that he's an alien.
Now, didn't he, like, as soon as this whole shit broke, he was like, I'm gay.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Like, he was trying to justify the fact that he had done these things...
To a guy? Like, to a... It was...
Yeah, it was to a
like
14-year-old guy.
Yeah. So what?
And so he was trying to just be like... Try to use that as a moment for him to come out as gay. And
is he married?
Probably.
What the fuck, dude? Like, what is wrong with these people? If you're gay, like, why can't you just come out? Nowadays, like...
Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
Like, I guess, like, back in the day, maybe it was, like, a hard thing where, like, you wouldn't get cast for a lot of different roles if you were, but...
Right. I mean, nowadays, like...
But nowadays, it's like, why use that now?
Even the people that fucking don't like it, they're still gonna...
He should have said, I'm transgender.
What?
He should have been like, I'm trans, and then people would have put down the pitchforks.
Why? That has nothing to do with it.
Well, neither does being gay.
Yeah.
Being gay isn't a, you know...
Yeah, but he touched a guy. That's the whole thing he's trying to justify. Not... Transgender is a different situation.
No, I know, but he's using it to, like, kind of divert attention. Yeah. He's coming out of the closet as a gay man to divert the attention.
It's not going to divert
It's not going to.
No.
I mean, the headline's still fucking, he touched a 14-year-old guy.
I just saw something that said a 15th person now has, you know, spoken out about him. So
he's gonna get close to Cosby's record.
And you know,
I mean, look,
like,
he pretty much
even in House of Cards, like, he was in a gay scene in that. So it's like, why didn't he come out back then?
Well, he was also in a relationship with, like, a younger girl. It was kind of fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's the whole show, basically.
Well, she was a reporter. Like, she was of age.
Yeah.
At least. So.
It was still fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because he's married in the show.
But you know what? That's... I feel like that's probably happens all the time with politics.
But it's... yeah, that's actually probably true. That's probably exactly what happens.
Show's super accurate.
I think so. It probably has a good portion of shit that is accurate, yeah. As weird as that is. Like, I feel like what he was trying to do was divert the attention, and it wasn't gonna... There's no... Like, the headline's always gonna be the fact that he fucking diddled a 14-year-old. Like, that's always what it's gonna be. Yep. One way or the other. Whether he's gay or not. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't fucking matter.
But... Brian was saying, back when he first started, not you, when Kevin Spacey first started, coming out as gay was like a big deal.
Right.
But nowadays, it's being transgender is the big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
the
what I was getting
fact that
at.
has taken the spotlight is this, like, it's the time now to fucking come out. Like, it just is.
It shouldn't have been.
It should have been a couple years ago.
Yeah. But then, like, you know, George Takei, he's been openly gay for a long time. He can't use that excuse. Can't even try.
But when you do that, when you immediately go, I'm gay, you admit that you were fucking diddling a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Because you're immediately trying to divert the attention.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he just wouldn't fucking say anything. Or he'd be... Dude, all these people that get accused of this shit...
Well, it was kind of like recently Charlie Sheen was accused or whatever of diddling Corey Haim or whatever back in the day or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, like, Corey Haim's mom spoke out and said that absolutely didn't happen or whatever.
Right.
And it's just like, well, Charlie Sheen didn't say anything when that happened. Like, he just shut up about it.
That's the way to do it. Either that, or...
so either that's what happened, like, and she was telling the truth, or he just stayed quiet, paid her off, and she...
That's possible, too. You either don't say anything, or you lawyer the fuck up, because you know that they're wrong.
Yeah. Oh, if it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, if it did happen...
Now, if it does happen,
do what Louis C.K. did.
What did he do?
He straight up admitted to it and apologized, and he did, like, a...
Okay, well, I'm sure, like
a wicked long deposition about it.
Like, if you look at what the accusations are, I feel like they're probably not telling the truth most of the time. Like, they probably consented to this shit, this stupid fucking shit, and then they just fucking felt bad about it. Yeah, afterwards. And then they were like, well, this was something I didn't want. They could do that whenever they want, really. I mean, there's nothing that's really stopping them from doing that.
Yeah.
And all they're doing is taking their word for it. There's never any proof, like physical proof. There's no way you can really have evidence for that.
Like, I feel like the weird thing with Louis was, like, from what I read of, like I read 2 different articles that were basically telling the same story about, like, what happened with the 5 people that had, like, spoke up or whatever about him. It's like...
My chair is so fucking...
Not a single one of them said that they were forced to watch him masturbate in front of them.
Right.
It's just that he asked them if he could.
Yeah.
And then did. Or, like, he masturbated while he was on the phone with them. And it's just like, yeah, that's creepy, but, like,
fucking what? It's not sexually violating anybody, really.
Yeah.
I mean, if I started jerking off right here, like right now,
yeah,
I'm not really, like, sexually violating you. Maybe, like...
It's just making us a little uncomfortable.
Like, maybe, like, emotionally a little bit.
Yeah, like, we could just leave.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because I ain't gonna chase after you with my dick out.
Well, like...
That'd be a fucking sight to see.
If you did, it would be a completely different story.
Right, because I'm chasing
Watch this!
I'm chasing after
I'm
you
doing
while
this for you!
Out.
Jesus Christ.
Like, you move yourself into the doorway and then start doing it. Like, that's a different story.
Right. Yeah, where are you guys going? Like, fucking yelling down the stairs.
No, like, blocking us in.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's a different story.
Then aiming and shooting.
Yeah.
Lock and load.
Yeah, like, none of that stuff was discussed. It wasn't told in that way. So, like, I'm like... Even some of them that were testifying about it were like... Well, I just said okay because, like, I didn't think he was actually going to do it, and then he did, and now I'm feeling violated by it. Like,
I don't understand it.
Right. They it's always after the fact, the whole fucking thing. That's the problem, is that they're always after the fact. It's like, why can't you just come out and say this shit when it happens?
The part that I understand the fact that if they are someone who's, like, just sort of starting out and, like, they think this guy is going to be able to help me, like, in my career or whatever. So, like, maybe I'll just let him do whatever he wants to do and then I'll move up or whatever. But, like, that's them making that choice at the same time.
Right.
I guess.
I mean, a lot of times they're putting themselves in the position, too.
I really don't see what the big fucking deal is. It's like Seth said, it'd be one thing if he, like, forced the women to do something with him, or if he forced himself on them. It's like, you can't consent to something and then feel bad about it and then feel violated.
And
that's actually a trend that is happening now, where people are claiming that, like, a consensual sexual act was rape because they regret it after the fact.
That's retarded.
But that's happening now.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Because people are like so, like, into the whole idea of, like, enforcing...
Taking someone down, too.
Yeah.
Notice that it's always people with big names. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's always somebody who's in the spotlight and kind of fucking has built a following and all that shit. It's never some random fucking actor that, like, not many people have heard of. It's not, like, in the news. Now, maybe that's because they have a fucking spotlight on them. But I don't hear that kind of shit about other people. You know?
I don't know.
It's fucked up, man. It is fucked up. And it's like I said...
people should just be, like,
I thought they were...
I guess just not doing these things.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Any of it.
I really don't know.
Everyone should just keep their sex lives private.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, I for one thing...
I guess that's ultimately what I should be saying about it.
Yeah. I mean, for one thing, it's fucking weird to just want to jerk off in front of people. Like, that is a weird thing.
Yeah.
That is a weird thing.
It's exhibitionist.
Yeah.
That's the term for it.
But it's like solo, which is weird.
Yes. Which is like why I feel like he should have... I mean, you would think
Like,
he would
just-
try
just-
to fuck them first, right? Like, isn't that the whole thing?
Just do chat roulette.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Do chat roulette. Is that
You
a
can
thing
masturbate
still?
in front of any of them.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, definitely.
Omegle?
Yeah, both of them.
They still exist?
Yeah.
Really? I bet they're all fucking dicks now.
They were all dicks 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly, yeah. I met a Canadian guy one time.
Yeah.
And
Did he show you his dick?
what was funny was, no, he didn't show me his dick. Not until the end. Not until the very, very end. We were talking about how there's a Tim Hortons in Canada, like, everywhere. And so the guy literally, he stands up and he pulls his laptop over to the window and there's a fucking Tim Hortons across the street from his house. We were fucking dying, dude. There's, I feel like we used that site way too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And saw too many dicks. Too many strange dongs.
Like, that's why I liked Omegle at first, because it was just text.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you could just say funny, fucked up shit.
Yeah, and it was always like, you could always play along.
Yeah. Like, I think, like, one time, like, legitimately for several hours, Wes and I would just, like, we'd post, like, lines from, like, cartoons. It was, like, that, like, mix of, like, little clips that looks like the Pop-Tart character drawings, where it's just, like, I'm the Queen of France!
Oh, the fucking, the rejected Don Hertzfeldt.
Yes,
The
yes,
rejected
that's it.
cartoons. My anus is bleeding!
Who's Don Hertzfeldt?
That guy.
The guy who did those drawings.
We watched the movie by him, too, The World of Tomorrow,
Yeah.
where the little girl gets the time machine and her future self comes in.
How do I spell this?
D-O-N?
I know how to spell Don.
H-E-R?
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
I want to know if it's the same guy.
And it's not the guy that was trying to get weed with you that day.
It kind of looks like him, though. If I'm being honest.
Don Hertzfeldt is very much alive, and he's...
Now, has he always done cartoon animation?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But he does every frame hand-drawn, like they used to do in like the 30s and 40s and stuff.
Yeah.
He doesn't use a computer.
So he's like a...
It takes him almost 8 months to a year to do like one movie.
It's like the first episode of South Park.
Sure. Except it wasn't
Right.
drawn.
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was cardboard cutouts and stuff.
I think they like had to draw like backgrounds and all that shit.
Mm.
And they said it took super fucking long to do those, like the first few episodes. Because they were basically like stop motion,
Yeah.
is what it was.
Like Robot Chicken, I can't imagine how they do that. That's all stop motion.
Mm. And it's not funny either.
It's not.
Wes just sent me a picture of the, like that 12-port extension cable that I bought a while ago. And he's like, you want this? And I'm like, well, I bought it with the band funds. And he's like, okay, we'll divvy it up then. And I'm like, perfect. 2.4 ports apiece.
I'll take 2.4 ports.
Does it take double A's or triple A's?
It just plugs into the wall.
It's gonna. Well, not if we cut it into a bunch of pieces.
You're gonna
You're gonna have to battery power.
You're gonna have to battery power
individual socket. All right. You want to take a break? We're an hour and 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Or we could just cruise with it.
Let's just cruise it.
I mean, we only
no. I need nicotine. Let's take a break. Yeah,
let's nicotine break.
I need a nicotine
and we gotta
break.
look to see if Weed Guy's still alive.
Yeah, so the tenseness.
BRB.
Good.
We're back.
We're fucking starting up with cheese.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah. So I went to this Venezuelan place, and they had like these things that are sort of like mozzarella sticks, but it wasn't mozzarella. It's like some other like really like soft cheese. Like it was almost like more like
a ricotta.
No, that's
well, it was soft like that, but it definitely wasn't ricotta.
Ricotta's like
I have no
cottage
idea
cheese.
like what type of cheese
ricotta
it was.
like has
and like the breading on it was sort of thicker, so like that was clearly like it looked like they sort of like had twisted the bread around.
Oh, okay.
So like it definitely had like it wasn't just like a coating of bread. It was like it was cheese in the bread, like they had wrapped it up somehow. But it was so good. I want to know what kind it was, but I really didn't know how to communicate with the guy. I was fortunate that my boss like speaks Spanish fluently, so.
I fucking love cheese. Like,
oh yeah,
dude, cheese is so good, especially when you don't eat when you cut it out almost completely.
You enjoy it more.
I already love cheese to begin with,
right?
And dude, like mozzarella sticks. On my cheat days, I don't even order out anymore. Like my cheat days used to be like sub shop. Mm-hmm. I get a sub and some fries. And then I go on the elliptical or go for a walk right after. Nope. My cheat days now, dude, I eat like 3 or 4 mozzarella sticks. With some like fucking pretzels or something. Or like
pretzels and mozz sticks.
I don't know. Peanut butter is my big thing. I'm Brian now.
Peanut butter is amazing.
Dude, peanut butter, I eat.
And you can eat it all the time. It's not bad for you.
Yeah. I go in the kitchen, I can't find anything to eat, or I don't want to cook something. I just get like a fucking celery stalk. I fucking dunk that shit in some Jif. Gone. And I'm satisfied for like a couple hours.
I'd be careful with Jif. Like if it's just the regular Jif, it's
you gotta get the old
a lot of added sugar. If I'm remembering correctly.
I'm fucked.
It used to be anyways. I don't know. Maybe they've changed it.
I don't. Well, you have creamy Jif.
Like I used to specifically get Peter Pan because they don't add sugar to it.
Peter Pan, crunchy.
Don't add corn syrup.
Has to be crunchy.
Oh, crunchy peanut butter. I haven't had crunchy peanut butter in a while.
Crunchy
That's the best.
It has to be.
It's so the best. Now I had a wicked nice. We told my mom, my dad, and I did that we were trying to not eat like white bread. We're trying to eat whole grain stuff. Mm-hmm. So she goes, "Oh well, at Dollar Tree they have bread there. We'll just buy all the whole grain bread there." I'm like, all right, that's fucking weird, but whatever. You ever heard of Dave's Killer Bread?
No.
It's like whole grain, 12 grains or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's got protein, fiber, stuff like that. We got it once, and from like Price Chopper, and it's like $9 or $10 a loaf. They have it at Dollar Tree $1 a piece.
Jeez.
So my mom went and bought like a thing of like potato bread, a thing of the Dave's Killer Bread, and then another whole grain bread. Mm-hmm. And my dad saw the Dave's Killer Bread. He went to Dollar Tree, and he goes like every other week, and he just buys all of their Dave's Killer Bread and freezes it. we have so much killer bread. I never thought I'd get excited about bread. It was just a thing. But it's like texture and flavor, dude. It's,
yeah. Honestly, like I really don't like bread.
Really?
Like if I had an easy way of like making sandwiches without it, I would just do it.
Like a wrap?
No, I wouldn't want a wrap either, because wraps are even worse for you.
Like you don't like white bread, or you don't like bread at all?
Like something about the texture of it, I just hate it.
Really? You gotta get the right bread, man. That's how people
the texture of bread.
Like if it's like like a really sort of thin sort of bread where it's just like the outside of the bread, I like that.
Like the heel?
No, I mean, like, if you get, like a roll or something. Like, I don't want, like, the inside of the roll. Like, get rid of that stuff. I just want, the outside where it's...
What the fuck are you talking about?
Right now.
What do you mean a
What is
roll
happening?
now? Like a dinner roll?
What is happening right now?
Like a nice roll for, like, a sandwich.
A nice one.
Like a Kaiser roll.
Oh.
Something like that.
Okay.
Kaiser.
I thought you were talking about...
Like I want the crust.
Yeah, you want it to have, like, a crunch to it.
Yeah. I don't like the airy, like, inside of bread.
See, that's...
Like, that sticks to my teeth and...
Yeah,
I
that's
just hate it.
that's like white bread and potato bread and, like, fake shit. This bread that we're getting is...
I like a fucking Italian bread and shit.
Italian
dude,
bread's fantastic.
Like, I just, like, will eat it just fucking dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that.
See, what I like to do is I'll take a slice of potato bread and just put some peanut butter on there, sprinkle some berries, fold it.
Huh.
That's really good. I started using like raspberries and blueberries instead of jelly.
Yeah.
And that's way tastier and way
Yeah.
better for you because jelly is straight sugar.
Yep.
That's the way to do it.
Like we have at work, we have like jam and jelly and stuff, but we have diet blackberry jam. There's no sugar there's no sugar added at all.
Well, like,
Diet.
it's fine if it's no sugar added, but, like, are they putting something else into it to
That's
sweeten
the
it
other
up?
thing. That's the thing. And I stopped eating it because it tastes sweeter than regular blackberry jam.
Yeah, so they're either
They're
adding,
putting
like...
something like aspartame or something.
If they're using stevia, I guess it's okay.
Oh, it's Smucker's. There's no chance to use
No
stevia.
chance.
My uncle makes his own jam.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the way to fucking do it.
Yeah.
My dad
absolutely.
does jalapeno jam. He has to do it when nobody's going to be in the house because it will burn you the
it's
fuck out of your eyes.
Super spicy.
Yeah, and he fucking like it looks like a quarantine zone in the kitchen while he boils it and gets everything done. He wears safety goggles and puts a fucking face mask on. It looks like he's cooking meth in the kitchen.
Yeah,
But it's just
pepper jelly's good.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Man, I feel like that'd be fun to do.
Make jelly?
Yeah.
We should make hash.
We should make moonshine.
I would definitely
Let's
do
just
that.
get arrested.
I mean, we might as well.
You can't just make moonshine?
No.
Yeah,
Not
but they
in
ain't
your
gonna
state.
know. How the fuck are they gonna know? They ain't gonna know. You ain't gonna say anything.
You can make your own beer though.
Yeah. It's different.
So we, at the break, had a fucking... I had a mind-blowing experience, at least. So it turns out Weed Guy is the fucking guy that died in the fire.
Yep.
So
We're feeling pretty somber at the moment. It's a little
R.I.P.
surreal.
Weed Guy. Dude, I honestly, like I said, like, I feel like I don't know what the cause of the fire was, but I hope he didn't fucking want to kill himself.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that is the case. And I hope he didn't want to kill himself because I left him at the bank. I hope he didn't kill himself because we didn't go out to the country to get weed. But I sure as hell wasn't driving out to the country with a guy I don't know at fucking 9:30
Yeah,
in the morning.
I don't think anyone's gonna fault you for not going out to the country with this guy to get pot.
But it's just fucking weird that,
Yeah.
like, I had never seen this guy before, and then that whole shit happened, and then he died, like, 2 days later.
Yeah.
In a house fire.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
It was weird.
So, R.I.P. Weed Guy.
If you have a drink, take a drink for Weed Guy.
Shot for weed.
I have a
Weed
good
Guy.
topic, sort of, after just watching that Olive Garden commercial.
Topical situation.
Oh god, Olive Garden.
I hate this commercial, by the way. It does the fucking T-Mobile sound, and then it does the Netflix sound, and then it does the T-Mobile sound, and then it does the Netflix sound, and then it does the T-Mobile sound, and then it does the Netflix sound.
And then it hits you
And
with
then
another
it hits
T-Mobile
you.
sound.
It does it 3 times.
Ba-dum. Ba-dum. We talked about it on the
fucking
Lost.
annoying.
We talked about it on the Lost episode.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. I distinctly remember that
What else
because
did we talk about
Sean
on
kept making the fucking noise and it was pissing me off.
that? Yeah.
What else did we talk about?
Stitcher. Talked about Stitcher.
Talked about Stitcher for a little bit. Talked about
Yeah.
that ice.
Oh.
Ice was clinking. Oh, Sean and I were talking about high school a little bit. We were talking about the sketchy people in high school and all that.
That's a classic. Sean's gonna be on here. Likely, he's gonna be here on the Sunday episode that we do.
This is Sunday.
Or I mean, Tuesday episode
with Derek, right?
We should do one with Derek. Should get Derek in here. I mean, we could. I mean, like I said, we can do 4 people. It's just fucking chaotic.
Yeah.
I mean,
It gets too hot in here. That's the problem. It's hot in here with 3 people.
It's hot in here. Well, in the winter, we can just open the window. It's fucking cold outside in the winter. That's what happens.
Oh shit! That guy just fucking laid out a ref.
Oh shit!
Well, he
lost his hat too.
He got tackled and then he fell into the back of the ref's legs.
He's out cold too, dude.
Holy He's so old. He's such an old man. Jeff Rice.
Is he getting carted off there? It seems like it.
He's fucking out of it right now.
He's like, did I make the tackle? He's like, you got him. You got him. We're gonna take you. We're gonna take you. We're gonna take you to a nice farm. And you can just run for days.
He's okay. He's getting him.
They're taking him to the glue factory.
He's about to get a fucking brain scan and shit. He's got a fucking.
Who is that
guy?
He's
got
guy?
A concussion.
That guy looks like fucking Filthy Frank.
He kind of does.
Number 51. It used to be Ninkovich, didn't it?
People listening cannot see what is happening right now on this television.
Doesn't matter.
It is. We're watching the Patriots Broncos Sunday Night Football, NBC Sports
Radio. Anyway, what I was gonna say was, if there's one food that you could have just be good for you instead of be awful for you, like fried chicken or pizza. Not pizza, really. Pizza's not that bad for you. It's not on the level of like
something good for you.
Fried. It's not good for you. I think it's anything in moderation, obviously. But if there's any food that you could have that's like legitimately good for you, what would it be? Fuck right off. Would it be Calios?
Is it good for you?
Now? No. But could you, if you could make it good for you?
Was it ever good for you? It was never good for you, I don't think.
No.
Unless you get a broccoli calio. Or some shit.
No bread, no cheese.
Just broccoli.
Do you like sub rolls? Like a sub? Do you like that kind of bread?
No.
Do you like...
What, you don't like sub rolls? What the fuck are you eating subs on?
But...
What are you eating subs on if you don't like
I don't eat subs.
He doesn't eat subs. He doesn't like bread.
Jesus Christ. You have cheeseburgers? It's got bread on it.
That's a roll. That's different.
It's a sub roll, too, though.
When we make...
Sub rolls are the same fucking thing. They're fucking just bread, but it's not white, but like the inside of bread.
I don't think he understands.
When we eat burgers at my house, I don't use a bun at all. I just have the burger, I have the cheese that's melted on top of it. So and I like just cut it with a fork.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
That's what I do.
What about hot dogs?
Hot dogs, I will take a single slice of like sliced bread rather than a hot dog bun because the hot dog bun is way too much bread.
What else has bread in it? Pizza. I've seen you eat pizza before.
Okay, so
yeah, I do eat pizza, but I prefer like thin crust to like a thicker crust.
And you don't eat the crust. I've noticed that too.
I don't eat the crust.
So you don't like lettuce and you don't like bread.
I like lettuce.
I thought you didn't like the texture of lettuce. I thought you said that the first time.
I don't like the well, I'm not a huge fan of the texture of lettuce. But I like it's not one of the
You're not a texture guy,
it's not one of it's not one of the textures that like
you're not a texture type of dude.
Like I can't do like raw onions most of the time.
Are you What about celery?
Celery I'm fine with.
Asparagus?
I'm fine with asparagus.
Broccoli.
Love broccoli.
He just doesn't like textures. Well, he likes the band textures.
Yeah, I do like the band textures.
He doesn't like like actual textures, though.
Rest in peace textures.
What about pretzels?
I love pretzels.
All right.
Even soft pretzels I like. I don't know, something about those.
What if it was a pretzel roll then?
It's fucking bread.
You ever have a pretzel roll with like a burger?
Yeah.
Shit's amazing.
Man, you're like, if my kid has the fucking like
the pickiness,
like that.
Not the. It's not really picky. It's just. it's like it's a very, dislike, but it's a big one.
Yeah, it's a very distinct.
Like I don't like cauliflower.
I love cauliflower.
See, I like bread. BFam doesn't like bread, but he likes cauliflower.
Well,
like balances
I don't particularly like pasta either.
Like, I can understand that. Pasta's
when my parents make like spaghetti and meatballs.
He just eats the sauce.
when they make
Just drink the
spaghetti and
sauce.
meatballs, this is what I do. So I will
process.
get a freezer bag of broccoli and cauliflower like mixed together. I will just cook that in the microwave, and then I will put the sauce over that and eat meatballs with it. And I find that to be better.
That's actually probably way better for you,
Oh,
and
that
that
too.
probably
Yeah, that
honestly
too.
tastes amazing.
Yeah,
I was talking today about.
sure. If it was
you like-
fresh, it'd be.
Do you like
better, but
seafood?
I love seafood.
Shrimp scampi.
Mhm.
Amazing. Think about the last time you had a shrimp scampi. You ever have shrimp scampi?
Literally, never.
It's would you eat noodles with it, or the
Like-
spaghetti
I guess it depends. Like
or penne pasta?
sometimes like it depends on like what the sauce is. I'll be fine with pasta.
Oh, Skyrim's coming out.
Oh,
I thought
nice.
about buying Skyrim the other day.
Yeah, we
Didn't
saw
do
that. Good. Get Dark Souls instead.
You should.
Yeah, but Skyrim's cheaper.
Is it? No, it's not. It's 40 bucks. I
Dark
got Dark
Souls is
Souls
fucking-
3 for 25.
You got Dark Souls 3 for $25.
Yeah. At GameStop. The game's like 2 years old. Are you an Elite Pro member? I'm an Elite Pro member. They have Pro and they have Elite Pro.
I might. I don't think so.
They gave it to me for free with the points.
I'll see. I might
You can
get
just
it.
borrow my copy of Dark Souls. Actually, no, because then we won't be able to play together.
Yeah, I might get it.
You should. Like three's a good one to get into it with because, like, it's straightforward. It's
That's
not
what I
like
want.
because if you started with like 1, you could like give up on the game just because you tried going the wrong way. From the
Yeah, I
beginning.
did that to Sam. When Sam played Dark Souls 1, I showed it to him. He loved Bloodborne and he loved Dark Souls 3. I didn't tell him which way to go in the beginning of Dark Souls 1. And if you're not used to that game where you inspect where you are and have to look at your surroundings, and you're playing a fantasy game, right? You think, okay, I'm gonna go in the cave. That seems like a tutorial area. There's no tutorial really. So he went into the catacombs for like a half hour before he realized maybe I shouldn't go this way. So then I figured, maybe he's going to realize that he has to go up the steps and around the cliff to Undeadburg. Nope. He takes the elevator down, goes to New Londo, spends about a half hour, 45 minutes in New Londo. Actually clears most of it.
Wow, it's pretty impressive because
It's pretty fucking hard. You have to get the transient curses and all
Yeah.
that, and the ghosts are dog shit. But,
I just don't want it to be overly complicated. I mean, I'm basically just going to be playing it to tie me over till the Destiny 2 fucking DLC.
yeah, like I feel like 3 is very straightforward.
And I don't want it to be
they're-
like fucking complicated like a Path of Exile fucking skill tree.
No.
Where it's
No,
fucking like,
There's no skill tree. Basically, there's like what is it like maybe like 8 or 9 different stats that you can add to.
And
You
there's-
get
there's-
1 point per level.
there's vigor, attunement, vitality, strength, endurance, dexterity.
There's one form of
intelligence,
currency that
and
is
luck.
also your experience.
And when you die,
So-
you lose it all.
Yes,
It's
you
really
lose-
not that hard
what
of
do
a
you mean?
game.
You lose your...
it's like you drop it on the ground and you have to fight your way back to that point to get it. If
Okay.
you die again on your way back to get it, it disappears for good.
Oh.
It's really not a hard game. It's just, it doesn't hold your hand at all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
In dying, you die a lot. Most things can kill you in like 3 or 4 hits. But you can kill most things in 3 or 4 hits.
And a dodge roll or two.
Mhm.
Just dodge roll.
I
That's key.
don't think those games are that complicated. I think tactical games like XCOM are more complicated than anything else.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I can't
Those
play
games, like I've been playing. You showed me Dark Souls 1 when it first came out, and I consider myself to be pretty good at all the Dark Souls, Bloodborne,
Yep.
all that. XCOM is fucked, and I have like 50, 60 hours in XCOM 2, and it's still just as hard as it was when I started playing.
Mhm.
Part of it's RNG.
Why is that?
It's not so much like a shooter, where if you're in position, you have a guaranteed shot.
Yeah.
It can say it's almost never a 100% chance to hit an enemy.
So, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so like you move your character to a certain spot and it's just like you have a 75% chance of hitting from this direction.
Yeah.
It's like so It's gonna.
There's also
it's
dog shit.
essentially gonna do a dice roll and determine that's.
Yeah, there's also dog
well
shit. Like there's characters that you fight. There's an enemy called the Sectoid that will do mind control on your soldiers. And I've had a soldier mind controlled and target another soldier.
And it shoots your own team?
Shoots my own team, but it did a critical from like halfway across the map and instantly killed one of my soldiers. And that's complete luck.
That's fucking overpowered, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight OP.
But I'm going to get Call of Duty World War II.
I was watching...
I need something to play. I'm so burnt out on Madden and 2K and Super Mega Baseball. I finished my 32-game season at 55 ego, and I just started another one. And I played like 10 games. I'm 9-1, and I'm burnt out. Like on my day off,
Probably because that's all you fucking play.
I literally sat down and played the entire divisional round or the conference series and the championship in the first season. Started up a second season and then sat there and played 10 straight games. I think I played Super Mega Baseball for like 8 or 9 hours straight on my day off the other day. Didn't stop.
It's kind of hard to stop. It's like one of those games that
it is because you're always like, dude, I want to do this next game. Oh, I'm playing this team. You set your lineup, you do all your skills.
It's also so fast. It's not like one of those.
It's not like the show.
Right, yeah, it's not like one of those big like.
You would like it, honestly. I don't even really like baseball that much, but it's just a fun game.
Yeah,
it's like if Rocket League, if Psyonix made a baseball game. That's what it feels like. It's very goofy. The game's hilarious. The animations are wonky. The characters look funny. It's very straightforward, and there's really cool abilities you can add to your players and lineups and different teams. Each team
just
has
fun
a
to hit.
specialization.
Like it just feels good. Like
yeah, it feels really good to play. When you get a home run, when you crank a fucking homer,
like mechanically, it just feels good.
Get a walk off.
I hit a.
I have so many games I need to play. Like my backlog is enormous.
Add that to your backlog. I think you won't. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
It was 5-3 in the game I was playing today, and I fucking loaded the bases and blasted a fucking grand slam to win the game. It was like bottom of the 8th.
That's awesome.
Fucking too intense. Way too intense.
The best is when you have that one player on your team that his contact is all the way up, but his power is only a little bit, and he fucking just cranks a solo home run out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's my, that's Eric Andre for me.
Yeah.
I named my whole team after, like, comedians and shit.
I named mine after...
Like, I have, like... And then, my pitchers are all, characters from Tim and Eric. Like, Terry Green and fucking Dundor and shit.
I named all my characters after you guys and all my other friends.
Aww.
You're my catcher. Seth's my left fielder.
Yeah. I was a catcher when we played softball.
I was a left fielder when we played softball.
That's fucking creepy.
I think I was left field. Yeah,
I'm second.
Well, I was like a utility.
I'm second
outfielder.
base. Sean Linehan is shortstop. Dan is first base. Wes is third. And the Berlin brothers are center field and right field. And Vinny
used
is
to do that
backup.
shit when I played Worms.
Yep.
Those games.
Paulie is the closer. I put all my fucking points into Paulie's pitching. Paulie throws like 102 mile an hour fucking fastballs. He's my Mariano Rivera.
In the fucking 8th.
Well, each team has a specialty. Mm-hmm. Like, the sirloins are like exclusively power hitters. And then you have the platypi, which is contact specialist. And I play as the crocodons, and their fielding and batting is average, but their pitching, the 3 starting pitchers for the crocodons are legitimately better than every other pitcher in the game. Like their number 1 pitcher is the best, their number 2 pitcher is the best number 2 pitcher, their number 3 pitcher is the best number 3.
Every pitcher has all the same pitches though. Mm-hmm. But they're talking about in the new one, they're going to have, each pitcher's going to have like a certain one that they specialize in, or a couple of pitches that they specialize in.
Yeah, the new one's going to be wicked good. And it's going to have online leagues. It's going to have custom rosters. They're going to have more teams. It needs online
in general. Like, it needs multiplayer.
They did an interview on the subreddit for the Super Mega Baseball. They're going to have 30 teams, apparently, like in the MLB. But they're not going to be named after the MLB. But they said that they're going to let people create their own rosters and create their own teams and upload them. So you can probably go on there and fucking download an actual MLB roster.
Yeah, and a lot of the customization looks really fucking awesome.
Yeah. If that happens, I'm buying that game twice. I'm buying a copy for myself, and I'll just give somebody a copy because it's that good. I'm not even kidding. It might be the best game I played this year, and it's a fucking little arcade baseball game.
It's a fucking, indie game.
Yeah.
It's funny because that happens.
Yeah, it's crazy. Besides that, there isn't really... I played 2K. I broke 2K. I created a player in, like, the custom roster or whatever, but I modeled him after Steve Nash. I looked up Steve Nash's rookie card ratings on Ultimate Team for 2K and just made my guy, like, exactly like that. He was like a 74, 75 overall. Basically Steve Nash. And I got drafted by the Cavs. And in my guy's second year, he won MVP, averaging like 18 points and like 16 assists a game. Because I'm just dishing it out to Isaiah Thomas and LeBron James and Kevin Love the whole time. So I already quit. I fucking spent...
So that's your like a my player thing? Do you only control one player in that?
You can set that up to do that. I do my league, so you control all the teams. Or you can play as all the teams and you control them all. It's sort of like universe mode. It's like universe mode in WWE.
Yeah, I think
it's the same thing.
My league.
And
it just gets frustrating when you're one player because you either want the ball all the time and just be super aggressive and just go hard in the paint, or you fucking are like an assist machine.
But there's no way to get your teammates to shoot. It's really annoying if you want to play as like a point forward, if you want to be like a power forward that specializes in passing and stuff. Since you're a power forward and you pass the ball, the AI doesn't think to shoot it, so they'll just throw it right back to you.
Right, yeah.
It's really stupid. The AI in 2K is so bad. And there's such a jump between there's Rookie, Pro, All-Star, and Hall of Fame. It's such a jump between each of the difficulty levels that it's hard to pick one to play as or to do. Like Pro isn't too bad. I win 99% of the time.
This is a fucking blowout right now.
Yeah, this is fucked.
Yep.
But All-Star, I played a whole game on All-Star the other day. I ended up winning, but the final score was like 44-40. Like the AI and my team couldn't score. We couldn't make any baskets.
I should have fucking played Tom Brady, dude.
I should have played Deion Lewis.
I played Matt Stafford against the Cleveland Browns. Which he'll probably go off too, though.
Yeah.
They already played.
The Browns and the Lions?
Yeah, they played at 1.
I didn't watch any of it, so I have no idea. I haven't looked at my fantasy team tonight either, so...
Yeah, I don't ever want to look at my fantasy team ever again. I had fucking Deshaun Watson and Odell Beckham, and they're both out for the year.
What's the Monday game, then?
Dolphins, Panthers.
Oh, God, yeah, I remember seeing that.
Miami and Carolina. The Monday night game last week
was wicked bad, it was too. Raiders and fucking... Raiders and...
Some bad team.
Someone that didn't matter.
Yeah, it was like the Raiders and the...
I'm like, what the fuck is this doing on Monday night?
Who the fuck was it? It was a team that was supposed to be good this year. It was the Raiders and the Giants, I think. Yeah, it was the Raiders and the Giants.
Might have been. No one fucking wants to watch that shit.
No.
Giants are awful. And the fucking Raiders, I mean, like... Who the fuck is watching that game? I mean, like, obviously they make the schedules ahead of time, but they can fucking change that. Like, they can switch it up.
They can't flex out Monday games. They can only flex out Sunday games. Monday night games can't be changed. But like, there's
Thursday games either, probably.
No, but there's a Sunday night game later in the season, and it was supposed to be Steelers
Packers.
Was it?
Steelers Packers.
Is it Steelers Packers? And they're changing it to Rams and Seahawks, I think.
I think so. I remember seeing something about Steelers Packers getting flexed, possibly.
Yeah, and it's either it's Rams and Eagles. That's what it is, because they're the top two teams in that.
The NFC. Packers are just above 500 right now. It's fucking awful.
Brett Hundley looked good today, though.
I guess.
You been watching your Panthers at all?
Hardly.
They're looking good this year. Definitely not as good as the 15-1 year, but
yeah. 6-3 right now.
We just kick too many field goals, man. They can't finish drives. That's the problem. I mean, Green Bay is like when Rodgers goes down, their whole team is built around that. So it's there's not much you can do.
I didn't watch the Cowboys game because the game started at 4:30, and that's when I went into work, and it was it was over at 7:30.
Yeah.
But my dad was telling me that without Zeke, they're not scared of the offense. Even though we have Alfred Morris and Darren McFadden.
I watched a little bit of it. My dad just bought a Chromecast today because I showed him how to use Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
I showed him how to use like NFL streams and shit like that. So I got him to buy a Chromecast, and he was able to get the Cowboys game. And I'm like, why the fuck? Like, why would anyone ever have cable nowadays?
We talked about that on the last episode, definitely.
Like, why would you have fucking cable nowadays? It's like
I was talking about that with your mom, your aunt, and your grandma downstairs right before I came up.
Chromecast is crazy though. I mean, you can stream your whole computer screen to it.
Yeah.
Or your phone screen too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You just install Google Home or whatever.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm gonna use it a lot when I do the D&D stuff. I've already made.
And
plans
you can just stream like individual tabs or like presentations.
Yep.
You can do it through like a chat room, what is the Google one? Is it Duo or something like that?
The chat room one?
They have like a video chat kind of thing.
Oh.
So they could set it up like a Skype basically.
They have a ton of new ones that like I'm just not familiar with.
There's Google
yet.
Duo. That's one.
Like I used to use Hangouts.
Hangouts, yeah, that's a thing too, I think, for video. I think it has video.
Yeah, it has like a thing where you can just transfer your screen to someone else.
Right,
and
yeah,
they can see
yeah.
it
That's
through,
basically
like,
what it
conference.
is they would see that instead of you.
Yeah.
Which is really fucking cool.
Yeah. Because, like, I would have, like, anytime that I have issues with my computer, my brother can just do tech support from his house.
Through that, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... You want to wrap it up?
Chromecast?
Chromecast is...
Is that different from a Fire Stick?
It's like...
Yeah, Fire Stick is exclusively through, like, Amazon stuff.
I mean, it's similar.
We have an
It's a
Apple
streaming
TV.
stick.
I think everybody has an Apple TV in their room except for me, but I have my Mac.
There's the Roku streaming stick.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. My friend Zamaya has a Roku stick hacked.
A hat?
Hacked.
I thought you said hat.
No.
I was like, are you fucking kidding
me?
He wears a Roku hat.
That'd be hilarious. No, like I went over there and we wanted to watch The Hateful Eight. And we couldn't find it anywhere. And he typed...
A lot of people are saying that they do that too. Yeah, like they're getting movies that are in the theater and shit. That are still in theaters.
Well, they're fucking stupid.
The Fire Stick does that.
The Fire Stick does that one. Well, they're stupid because they're watching it and it's like a cam.
It's a cam.
It's
not a fucking actual movie.
But what his does is it goes through and it looks for like torrents and magnets, and it just streams it instead of downloads it. That's what it is. But you can what he can do is type in on Kick-Ass Torrents or the Pirate Bay, whichever he uses, and he can put that link onto his Fire Stick, and then it just streams it.
Right.
So he gets all of his... But that's...
But do you fucking need that?
You don't... First of all, you don't need that.
All you have to do is download the fucking movie.
You don't need that, and also that's got to be so easily traceable.
Yeah.
That's way more traceable than just downloading the fucking movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just download it on...
Download it, delete the magnet link, and then...
As long as you don't seed. As long as you don't seed your files, you don't get caught.
Exactly.
And, I've been caught twice, and it was both... Well, also, it was both fucking Game of Thrones. Because I seeded Game of Thrones while I went to work. It was 3 hours, and I got home, and I freaked the fuck out. And the next day, the internet was shut off, and I had to fucking look at a thing, and, I read the terms agreements. I accept that if I get caught again, or a second or third, 2 or 3 more times, it's gonna whatever.
You get killed.
No, it's like a cease and desist sort of thing.
You get fucking swatted and fucking immediately executed.
After that happened,
hung before fucking hung in public.
Yep, to make an example for all the other
probably
downloaders.
Well, after that happened, I just caved and I bought HBO Go.
Yeah. Like the HBO Now or whatever, you can get it on your Android
Hulu.
phone. Or
I got whichever one is through Hulu is the one I have.
Hulu, you can just add it to your subscription.
And it's only fucking $15.
Yeah, and they give you a bunch of free movies every month. And
the movie selection, honestly, on HBO is really way better than Hulu. Hulu's movie selection is garbage anyway.
Yeah.
But it's gotten to the point now where if I'm watching a movie, I look at HBO first before I look at Netflix.
Yep.
Because Netflix, it always seems like it's the same stuff. Especially the movies I watch. I watch horror movies and like thrillers and like documentaries.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I watch, really. I don't watch action movies unless I'm with a bunch of people. I watch action movies at all, and I watch Tarantino movies, but I have all of them anyway.
Action movies are they're all the fucking same. I don't really like Tarantino movies that much. I really don't.
I like Tarantino movies.
I think they're fucking kind of stupid. Like,
they're meant to be stupid.
I mean, it's just dumb though. Like,
they're meant to be like overblown.
That's the whole point. But I just don't.
That's what I love about them. It's like
love like John Wick and stuff like that.
Yeah. You know? Oh, John Wick is wicked good.
I hear that is good. Yeah.
Have you seen Kingsman?
No, I have not. We talked about this on one of the episodes.
Lost episode, guaranteed.
No, it was a while back.
No, I
think you talked about it with Polly.
Yeah, it was when the sequel was out.
Because we were talking about the new one. Yeah.
Yeah, you should watch Kingsman. Kingsman's good, but John Wick 1 and 2 were fantastic. But the thing I love about Tarantino movies is that he gets high budget actors to overact.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about it. And Glorious Bastards is fantastic.
Buongiorno.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I did like that.
Pulp Fiction, I think, is a little overrated.
Didn't mind it.
Kill Bill 1 and 2, I think, are a little overrated. Django Unchained is my favorite movie of all time.
It's so good.
Yeah. Django Unchained
there's fucking From Dusk Till Dawn and shit.
That one is bad. I don't like that at all.
I was like, this movie is... I didn't realize like what the fuck it was, because I had never seen it.
The Berlin brothers told me to watch it, and they didn't tell me it was a vampire movie.
At a certain point... You don't know it's a vampire movie until about, like, almost 3/4 of the fucking way through the movie.
And then it becomes a shitty movie.
And then all of a sudden you're like, why the fuck are there vampires?
What
just happened?
Yeah, I hate it. Because have you seen Dusk Till Dawn?
Maybe a long time ago, but I don't really remember it.
They literally are these drug... Like, it's basically this drug dude.
It's George Clooney and Tarantino are acting in it.
And they basically just go to Mexico to this fucking titty bar, and everyone turns into fucking vampires.
The whole movie is leading up to them trying to get across the border so they can start selling all this coke and shit.
It seems like it's a reasonable movie. Like, it seems like something that... Like, you don't expect the fucking turn that it takes.
I was really pissed. The Berlin brothers told me to watch it, and they didn't tell me about the vampires. And I watched it, and as soon as that shit started happening, I freaked the fuck out. I was wicked pissed. And they were they thought it was hilarious. And I mean, it's funny in hindsight. It's only an hour and a half long, but literally the first hour, it's like a serious crime. It's like a serious crime drama.
Right.
They're like fucking kidnapping people and murdering people and like shit like that. And then it's vampires. Fucking isn't what's his name? Machete. Who's that?
Trejo.
Danny Trejo's in it, isn't he?
Cheech is in it too a couple times. He plays like multiple.
I was pissed at that movie. But what's after The Hateful Eight? I loved.
I still haven't seen that.
Actually. That one's really good, but it's really long. I think it's like 3 hours and 20 minutes.
I haven't seen that either.
I always miss the Grindhouse films. Death Proof.
Yeah,
was good.
I liked that one.
There's the other one. Jackie Brown. That's probably the most serious Tarantino movie Tarantino's made. It's not really funny. It's really dramatic. That's a good one. That's more akin to like a real movie, not really overacted.
Yeah, we were watching From Dusk Till Dawn, and Sean came in, and he sat here for like a half hour of it. And he was like, what the fuck are we watching right now? And he like left.
I believe it.
He's like, I'm fucking... You guys are watching some weird ass shit. He also said Tarantino looks like Dwight from The Office.
Speaking of Dwight from The Office.
House of a Thousand Corpses?
Yeah. Have you seen that movie? Rob Zombie? House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects?
I've seen The Devil's Rejects.
You haven't seen the other one.
So, The Devil's Rejects is the sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
House of a Thousand Corpses is like a fever
I'm out
dream.
of the fucking loop then.
It's a really fucked up movie. Devil's Rejects was fucked up, but House of a Thousand Corpses is really fucking weird.
Yeah, it was like next level fucked up.
Yeah, but that's a good one. It's got Dwight from The Office in it.
It's almost like
Dwight K. Schrute.
everything was like it was fucked up, but it was within a reason until like the last like 20 minutes of the movie, and then it was just like what?
It's like what just happened. It's like Dusk Till Dawn goes from like this is a good movie to what the fuck, this is stupid, and House of a Thousand Corpses goes, this is a really good movie, to holy fuck, I was not expecting any of this shit. And it doesn't ruin the movie.
Yeah. There's a few movies that do that, where at the end they kind of just wrap it up and you're like, what the fuck? Like, now I finally understand everything. Like, you're kind of following along. You're like, you think you're following along, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, here's what actually happened. Like fucking The Prestige, yeah.
The Departed.
Immediately was going to say that. The Departed is wicked fucking good. And then there's the opposite, too. Like, fucking Space Odyssey and shit. Where, like, shit, you think you're kind of following along, and then it's like, there's no end of this movie. You have to figure everything out yourself.
Mulholland Drive is like that.
Yep.
That movie is...
Just about all of...
Is it David Lynch?
Yeah.
David Lynch movies are like that.
Yep. I really want to actually watch Twin Peaks, but I don't know where to watch it.
It's on Hulu, I think.
Is it?
I think it is. I started watching The X-Files the other day. Never watched it before. Dude, it's fucking fantastic. I don't know how I've never watched it before.
I've never watched it.
Because I love CSI and Law and Order and all that, and The X-Files is like that kind of show, but just fucking crazier shit happens, and it's fucking awesome. I started with the episode,
Is it like informative murder porn or whatever?
No, it's more... I guess not really. It's none of it is too realistic.
Like Forensic Files.
Yeah,
it's like sci-fi,
like
horror.
Supernatural.
Yeah, but I watched the episode where they get called to Pennsylvania because those kids are playing baseball in the field. They see a dead baby buried in the ground.
Oh, it's Field of Dreams.
The real Field of Dreams.
Field of Stem Cells.
Field of Dreams IRL.
But it's like mutants. It's like a mutant baby and like a mutant family that lives in the backwoods of Pennsylvania.
Yep.
I watched that episode the other day. That was
I gotta watch.
Kind of scary.
I gotta
honestly.
Go back and watch through that show because I haven't seen the newer seasons, or newer season, I guess.
Yeah.
They brought it back for like a season, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they've been doing audiobooks through Audible where they get the whole cast from the show to act out like a 4 to 5 hour like story.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I gotta check out Vikings.
Yeah.
I gotta keep watching the X-Files. Curb Your Enthusiasm comes back soon. If you guys have ever watched that.
I've watched a little bit.
Yeah, I watched a little.
It's really good. It comes back, I think...
Larry David, right?
Yeah, I think it comes back in a couple weeks.
I just finished Stranger Things 2.
How is that show? I've never seen it.
It's good.
The first season was really good. I haven't seen the second yet.
Yeah, it's good. It's a little bit less about the Upside Down. It's more... I mean, it's hard to talk about it without spoiling stuff. But it's definitely something you want to... It's definitely something to watch.
My brother's D&D game that he's been running for me and our friends or whatever. He's sort of like it's almost like
got the fucking Demogorgon going and shit.
He's borrowing ideas from like the Persona series and Stranger Things, and he's like, I don't want to use the Upside Down as the name for this place, so what should we call it? And our friend Ward, he was immediately like, the Topsy Turvy, and so that's what we've been calling it.
Is it?
He's guys.
Is it that one?
You know who Ward is? Yeah.
The one that works at the high school?
Used to, yeah.
Gotcha. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time. Not since college. I don't think.
Yeah, he works at SUNY Oswego now. He's like one of the tech guys for like the science building.
Yeah, there's I don't know. I keep hearing things about shows on Netflix. Ozark is pretty cool. I like
I haven't
Ozark.
seen that.
It's got
Is that the Star Trek sort of thing?
No, it's got
Oh, that's the Orville.
the fucking guy, the fucking guy from Horrible Bosses,
Kevin Spacey.
Office Space.
Off Spacey.
Oh my god! Dude.
Get off me, Spacey.
I don't even know where to go from there.
So who is this guy?
It's shit. What the fuck is his name? He's the guy in Horrible Bosses whose boss is the fucking dude that fucking is murdering people and shit. Because there's Charlie Day, there's Jason Sudeikis, and then there's the other guy.
Ewan McGregor, is it?
No, it's
No,
it's-
Jason Bateman.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't know
Jason.
why I get those two mixed up.
They're the
Jason
same
Bateman's
guy.
the guy from Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was also
Yes.
in Dodgeball.
He is the guy. He's in Ozark, and it's a good show.
I should have known that.
You're fucked.
That's a bold move, Cotton. He is the guy. He's the guy that says, "That's a bold move, Cotton." That's
Yeah,
that.
let's
that's
see if it
Jason
pays
Bateman.
off for him. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know. There's a bunch of shit on Netflix that I'd like to watch, and people always say it's great.
Yeah. But they say that.
I've been told to watch Firefly.
It's good,
I mean, there's stuff that like
but there's not much to it, so.
It's just one season. Right?
As soon as you're like, oh, I'm really getting into this, there's no more.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing about Ozark is, like, the first episode is really fucking intense, so it draws you in fast. Like, it pulls you in real quick. And that's what I don't like about some shows, is they don't do that. It takes you like maybe 3 episodes, maybe 4 episodes before
Breaking
you can
Bad
fucking
is such a hard show to get into, but
The first season
by the
is
time that you
so
get through
bad.
it,
drags.
It's so slow. The first season.
But like as soon as you get into it,
Mm-hmm.
like once you're into it, you can't stop because it's so good.
That's how I felt about
it is the like if there's a show that like ties things together like the best, it's Breaking Bad.
You sure you
like-
don't mean The Walking Dead?
There's
For those of you listening, Brian is very visibly disappointed with me right now. The Walking Dead,
I can't get
God,
into shows
so
like The Walking Dead or fucking Game of Thrones because everyone talks about them. It throws me the fuck off for some reason. Like it's too mainstream for me. Like I'm too edgy.
you're fucking dumb.
You're a hipster.
You know what I mean?
The first time I watched The Walking Dead was with Wes. It finally came to Netflix, and Wes and I sat down and watched the entire first season, and that was one of the best days of all time. And then the second season came out, and then the third season, and fourth, and fifth, and sixth, and seventh, and eighth, whatever they're on now.
Yeah, I think they're going to
I've skipped entire chunks of that show.
Yeah.
Like
Which one?
Walking Dead.
Oh.
Because somehow I read the comics.
Yeah.
I hear that shit changes a lot, like the way things.
It's very different from the comics.
There's a ton of characters in the show that aren't in the comics, and vice versa. But the thing is with comics,
Now, is the Walking Dead Telltale game based off the comics?
no, it's its own thing.
It's its own thing.
As a
Sort of like the
standalone?
Game of Thrones Telltale game is its
'Cause
own thing.
I played all those and they were fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's written by the guys that did the comics. I'm pretty sure. But
Guy.
I knew it had
guy,
something
yeah.
to do with the comics.
the thing is with the Walking Dead comics and the show, there's a whole season of a show, 10 episodes or whatever it is, but it's only like 3, 4, 5 issues, and they have to stretch the whole thing out.
Yeah.
And that's where it lost me. Like, in the prison, they stretched out way too much in the show, when in the comics, it's maybe...
Well, how long is the show? Like the format?
It's an
45
hour.
minutes?
Yeah, 10...
Yeah.
if you factor in commercials, it's about 45 minutes an episode.
And they always have like a couple like double length episodes.
So, that's the
season.
problem with a lot of these. is the episodes are so fucking long that keeping the attention is what's hard.
Yeah.
Stranger Things does a good job of that.
Yeah.
They fucking keep me watching like the whole time.
See, Game of Thrones does a good job with me for that.
Game of Thrones.
I
could not get into Game of Thrones. I don't know why.
The first episode is fucked because it's all characters that you've never heard of before.
I saw too many dongs.
It cools down on them.
It does cool off on the dongs?
Yeah, and it cools down on, like, I think all of the sort of sexual stuff.
Game of Thrones doesn't really start until...
But it's like the first, like, 2 seasons, they're like, we need viewers, and this is a new thing that no one knows about, so let's make it sexy.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
But
then as soon as people got invested in the story, like...
Game of Thrones doesn't really start until, like, the end of the first... Sorry, go ahead.
Well, as soon as people got hooked on the story, like, they toned down on that stuff. It was still, like, you know, it'd be here and there.
But then they pulled in a lot of people that want to see floppy wieners. And they didn't see those wieners anymore, so they probably tuned out.
Well, they shouldn't be watching high fantasy shows then.
I guess. Oh, shit, he is taking off. He is gone. He is gone, son.
Oh, so, funny thing about Game of Thrones.
What was that? That was so late.
That should have been a fucking unnecessary roughness. But they're playing in Denver, so...
Yeah. Funny thing about Game of Thrones. So, I like, my dad is a bit behind on it, because I bought HBO so I could watch season 7 or whatever, and I didn't watch it with him, because I was just gonna, you know, watch it all in one sitting. And so, I just watched, like, an episode with him, like, maybe like 2 weeks ago. And, like, I was growing out my mustache for a while, right? And so, like, it just wasn't coming in good. And I wasn't happy with it.
It wasn't coming in well.
Whatever.
That's what you meant to say.
Yeah.
It wasn't coming in well.
I'm talking, I can't go back and correct myself like I do when I'm typing things out.
It wasn't coming in properly.
I prefer to speak that
It wasn't
way.
coming in proper. You fuck.
Anyways. So, like, I'm, like, watching the episode of Game of Thrones with him, and, like, it shows, like, a scene with Jon Snow, and I'm just like, he's got such a bad mustache. Why doesn't he... Oh. I gotta shave it. And so, like, I shaved it before I went back into work again, and, like, my coworkers were asking me, because, like, you know, I was joking that I was gonna grow it out for, like, 2 months or something, and I gave up on it. And, so, my coworker, she's like, well, you're saying that, you know, Jon Snow had such a bad mustache, but, you know, look who he ends up with in the show. And, like, I'm just like, okay, Daenerys is pretty attractive, but, like, the girl who I think's the best looking girl on the show, like, she's with a guy who doesn't have a dick and has no hair whatsoever. So it's like, I'm not gonna do that.
I mean...
Wait, who's that?
I was talking about...
Melisandre?
No, Missandei.
I forget you're into the sisters.
Some people don't have dicks. Dude.
I forget.
Well, it's not an exclusive thing by any means.
I didn't say it was exclusive, but it's like it's a thing.
Yeah.
You know, I like sub shop. You like black chicks. Like,
okay. Yeah.
I like bread. You don't.
See, like I said, I like Maisie Williams because she looks like the troll guy from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. She looks like the Hunchback. Quasimodo. Yeah.
I feel like I've seen that movie one time.
You ever see VHS? You know the succubus?
The movie VHS.
I've seen a VHS. I've seen it. I've seen The
I'm
Hunchback
sure you
of
have
Notre
a couple
Dame.
VHS behind you somewhere.
I've seen The Hunchback of Notre Dame on VHS.
Same. I thought that's where he was going.
No, I actually don't have VHS anymore.
Oh.
Everything's DVD.
You used to have heavyweights over there, and
I bought it on DVD because I had to get with the times.
True.
It's also like
it's
my
all
favorite
Blu-ray.
movie.
So you got it on DVD.
Yeah, it's Blu-ray now.
I fucking love that movie. No, I can't. It's fucking heavyweights, dude. You don't need it on fucking Blu-ray.
What the fuck?
God damn, it came out in like fucking. When did that come out? You don't know what Heavyweights is? It had
Ben Stiller.
It had Ben Stiller. It had Keenan from Keenan and Kel. It had. That was it. And it was fucking great. It didn't need anybody else.
I was gonna say the best looking girl in Game of Thrones for me was Ramsay Snow's little girlfriend there, Miranda.
Mm.
The one that gets fucking shoved.
Yeah.
Either her or I don't know. Did you know that Shay from Game of Thrones is actually a porn star?
Yeah.
Have you ever done your research on that? That's
No.
not bad. She's into she's into some freaky shit. It's pretty cool. Sophie Turner is pretty cute.
The
What's her name in the show? Sansa.
Yeah.
Sansa. Santa.
Like the one sand snake chick. The one with the really
The
short
most
hair
beautiful
that
girl in the
like
world.
pulls.
I have
pulls
a
the top
fucking
off
I have a
in the
Giphy cat.
cell.
I have a Giphy cat of that exact scene bookmarked on my phone.
Oh, it's fantastic.
What the fuck is her name in the show? Oh my god, she's fucking sexy.
Yeah, she's my number 2.
Yeah.
That's the number
Her
2.
name's Tyene.
Yeah.
I still don't know what you're talking. Are you talking about Game of Thrones still?
Yeah.
Dude, they're fucking sexy women on there. They're not gonna have any
Yeah.
ugly girls on there.
But they also
it's
got floppy
HBO.
wieners.
That too. I honestly don't remember seeing that many dicks in the show.
There were a lot in like the first 2 seasons.
There's
and
a
then
couple
after that, it's very rare.
Mostly tits and asses.
You see a couple vaginas.
Yeah.
Full frontal.
Yeah, you see a couple full frontal in the show.
Yep.
Guess what?
No
You can-
penetration though.
Guess where else you can see that?
The
Fucking Google.
Fire sticks, Chromecast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not watching it for that necessarily.
I mean, primarily though.
But it's there.
The fuck was that?
You know what? I
What?
saw the weirdest thing on one of my flights. So like,
What?
I didn't know you had one of those.
I was on
Did I get you that?
I think so.
I was on one of the flights where they have like the screens on the back of the chairs, and
I've had it for like the past half hour.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I was on one of the flights that has screens on the backs of like all the chairs, and so I could have watched a movie, but I chose not to, and I chose to watch 3 other movies that other people around me were watching instead.
Just watch the other screens.
Did you listen to the audio or just
No.
watch the movie?
No, I had my audiobook playing the whole time, and I was just listening to that.
It's a visual experience.
but
You're
I was-
so fucking weird.
But yeah,
Dude doesn't like Brad, and he watches movies with no audio.
Listening to an audiobook.
it was just because I wanted to just listen to my audiobook, but like, what am I gonna do? Just stare at nothing the entire time?
Close your eyes and
And visualize the audiobook.
Well, I just happened to like look around, and because it's just like, in some ways, I'm just curious.
Just happen to
what do
glance
people
around
watch?
the room.
use this glass and
What do people watch? And like, there was this girl that was like, sort of diagonally from me across the aisle, and she's watching some like sort of like war movie love story type thing.
Pearl
or
Harbor
whatever.
probably.
No, it's something more modern, but like
Pearl Harbor 2.
The Reckoning. Yeah.
Pearl Harbor ear.
Pearl Harborer.
Anyways, but like, I thought it was the weirdest thing because like it got to this one point where it was like a sex scene or whatever in it, and she like pauses it and then like scrolls ahead to skip it, and I'm just like, I've never seen someone do that before.
Where was this?
This was on the plane.
Okay, so you can skip ahead. Oh, it was on a laptop then, right?
No, it was on like the back of a seat. Because, like, they have things in planes now where you can, like, choose a movie from, like, a touchscreen. It's basically like an iPad
like
that's
a
built
little
into
interface.
the...
Oh, it's not a channel anymore? The channels used to be on the armrests. It's a touchscreen now?
It's different now.
Damn, dude.
At least on Delta.
I gotta get on a plane.
Like,
That's interesting.
legitimately, when I flew to Turkey a couple years ago, they had it on the Delta flight I was on. I watched the entire second season of Vikings.
And it was all on there?
Yeah.
No Fire Stick required?
Nope.
Oh.
You just gotta fly Delta, dude.
I don't fly, man.
I think
I don't even drive.
We've definitely flown Delta before.
It's way more expensive than getting a Fire Stick.
We used to fly, when we flew, we would take JetBlue.
If you want to hop in, you can. Sean just got here. If you want to hop in over here, you can.
What's going on? Yeah, where's the...
We can go long on
Where's
this
the
one.
ideal-
We're like 2.5 hours in, so
Yeah.
Alright, where should I sit?
hop in right here. I'll
Right
move
over
these.
there. Yeah.
Can we move the microphone? I guess the microphone's fine.
I
I won't have the filter, but...
No, sit next to him there, where the whiskey is.
Yeah,
sit over here.
We flew
Talking to
JetBlue
this mic
usually,
pretty good,
but
though.
there was this one airline that we had. I can't remember what it was called. It was the first airline I was ever on, and
United, and you got...
no,
popped
they're
up.
not. They're not around anymore. They got shut down because they were skipping inspections on their planes,
Ooh.
and they got shut down for it. But the plane we took was so fucking old, like. This is the sketchy part. I was only like 8 years old when we did this. We flew on this plane to go to Florida. The seats were all ripped up. The place looked like shit. Smelled like shit. The little blinds on the windows, like mine didn't work. I couldn't. It was just stuck halfway. But the part that stuck with me, and thinking about it now is just strange. But you know how they have ashtrays in the armrests? There was ash in the armrest.
Why do they have ashtrays in the armrest?
People used to be able to smoke on planes.
Well, yeah, but they can't now.
Well, ashtrays were... Like in my car was an O2, and it had an ashtray in...
The door?
No,
The armrest.
below the radio. You know what
Oh.
I mean? It was a little pull-out ashtray. It had a light in it. But I feel like that used to be in a lot of cars back then.
Yeah.
That was all. Yeah, that was.
Like
thing.
Tim's car has
Smoking was so much more normal back then.
Yeah, it
It
was
was also
cool.
allowed more places in general.
Yeah.
Tim's car has cigarette lighters by
Yeah.
each of the seats.
It has ashtrays in the back.
It's like a 1990 Lincoln, and each seat has its own ashtray and
so
cigarette
badass.
lighter.
It's so perfect.
It's so overpowered.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's
It's like you feel so gangster when you're
Yeah.
riding that car, listening to
He had
Tupac.
because he had the lights in the back too.
Yeah.
The fucking they each had their own switch. It was so fucking cool. That was a town car, right? What
Yep,
fuck
the
did he
town
have?
truck.
I don't remember what fucking year it was, but it was. So
It's
sweet.
it's like a 1990, 1991.
No, I think it was an '88.
An 88.
It was an old.
It was
fucking
older
town
than
car,
that?
man.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
each seat in that car has its own fucking ashtray, cigarette lighter. You fucking pop open the ashtray part, and there's a little light in there.
So good.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't seen that.
Well, you can't drive it in the winter. He only has it out during the summer.
Yeah.
But it's funny whenever, because that's the only car that I've ever seen that is that car. I've never seen another town car like that.
Completely
So
fucking
when I
awesome.
love whenever I'm walking around the city and I see that even from just a distance, I'm like, fuck yeah, Tim's out and about.
Well, I've seen quite a few town cars around here, though,
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah.
like
Sweet.
my grandma drives it's a Mercury something. It's like a
A
Mercury.
Buick LeSabre, a white Buick.
Yeah,
LeSabre.
I almost said a Mercury LeSabre. No, it's a Mercury. Fucking. It's gonna drive me nuts.
You have no
But
idea
it's
what-
all white, and
Go to
then
Mercury.com.
I don't even think they make cars. They don't make Mercury
They don't
cars
exist,
anymore.
I don't think.
But it's
I
a
think they
Mer.
do.
Do they?
I think they still exist.
Maybe.
Yeah, they. I'm sure they do.
Yeah, but I
Oh,
think
it's a
they're
grand. It's a
they're
Grand
like
Marquis. It's a Grand Marquis.
Isn't Mercury like an offshoot of a certain brand though?
It's an
Yeah.
offshoot of Ford,
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
but it's a Mercury Grand Marquis, and that is from like the mid to early '90s, and it has electric seats.
Well,
Yeah.
with like switch. It's not little buttons. It's fucking like
Marquee,
switches.
Cougar, Sable,
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's weird
Mariner,
and levers and
Mountaineer.
stuff, but it's electric.
Monterey, Marauder.
But
They had the fucking technology back then. They just
it was just expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
Mercury is an offshoot of Ford.
I just said
Villager,
that.
Montego,
Oh, okay.
It's a grand. It's
Tracer.
yeah, it's the
Mystique,
Marquis.
Topaz.
You already said it. It was like the second car you said.
Is the first one I said.
The first one you said. I told you it was. Yeah, I told you.
I know. I was just naming off the other ones because I legitimately have no idea
it's
about.
it's Lincolns
Mercury.
now. Grand Marquis are the new Lincoln town cars,
Oh, okay.
or town cars are the new Grand Marquis rather.
Yeah.
So they don't have Mercury. They don't create Mercury vehicles anymore.
No, that's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Same with Pontiacs. They don't make Pontiacs anymore either.
No. They also don't make like Geo or fucking like, because Geo was bought by like
Chevy.
fucking they're bought by Chevy.
They don't make.
They're
DeLoreans
basically
anymore either.
You still see them.
Yeah.
Oh, since we're talking about cars, Elon Musk, the Tesla guy, he's about to announce like a line of semi trucks that are run electric.
Geo prison.
That's awesome.
That's ridiculous.
Fucking when did they?
That's
when did
pretty
they-
sweet.
Like,
Why did they go from Geo?
imagine how many
to Chevy?
like solar panels you can fit on the back of a semi.
Yeah.
It would charge itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2002.
Shit.
You
a GM.
never need to stop,
Oh, I see.
except to drop things off and pick things up.
So Toyota
Pick things
developed
up and put them
these.
down.
Yeah.
Toyota and GM developed these from 88 to 2002.
See, I had no idea that it was a Geo, because I just like
It's now
it's just the
Chevrolet.
Prism.
It's Chevrolet now.
Yeah.
What were those fucking ridiculous cars that always blew up?
Pintos.
Yup. Is that Ford? Ford Pinto?
Yeah.
What's the other one? The Ford Fiesta? The little shit car?
The Fiesta is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Which one was
Yeah.
that?
The Ford Fiesta is like isn't it like a hatchback basically? It's like an SUV, right?
It's like the sub shop car.
I think so.
Those are
Right?
Priuses.
Oh, those are fucking Priuses.
Yeah.
The Ford Fiesta is actually really nice
What
from
the
what
fuck
from
is
what I
the
heard.
Ford Fiesta?
What does Tractor drive? Is that a Fiesta?
It's like the sub shop car. I thought it was like a.
Oh, well, yeah, it's a hatchback, but it's a Ford. Is that a Fiesta?
It might be.
It is a
'cause I know
Fiesta.
it's a
Okay.
Ford.
Yeah, so
This
that's
is
what
the
I know
Tractor
it's a
drives.
Ford, I don't know.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah, they're actually nice. Like from what I hear, they handle really nice. Like
Yeah,
far
but
as, like,
you'll never see them in Rocket League.
No, because Travis
No,
has
you
a
won't.
4-door.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 2-door.
Isn't that
That's
four?
a sport.
Oh,
Oh, that's a 4-door right there.
yeah, he's got the Fiesta hatchback.
Okay.
Maybe.
So yeah.
Or is it the Focus? Is it? I think it's a Ford Focus.
There's a Ford Focus and there's a Ford Focus RS.
I don't know. You'd have to look at the inside.
Those are really nice too. Those are even better.
I feel like I haven't seen you in a week, but I forgot that we
I don't know if I
hung
would
out
buy
like 2 days
Ford
ago.
right
Yeah.
now.
I was just at Austin's house.
No.
Oh,
And,
Austin
and,
Smith's.
and just to be clear, I'm not saying that because I make metal for their vehicles.
Oh, true.
What'd you guys do there? How was everybody? Was
a few beers,
there a
you
ton
know.
of was there a ton of people there?
Whatever usually goes down there. There was
Yeah.
John and fucking his girlfriend and
Dope.
I don't know, some other kid I never fucking met before.
Was it Adam?
Yeah, I think it was Adam and someone else too. He had a bunch of fucking people there. But yeah,
Fucking A.
fucking Fords, man.
Hey,
Good
so
old Fords.
do you guys know a lot about cars? How come American cars are like pissed on by other cars? What's the deal?
Because- Shit.
Okay, so
Period.
for a really long time, American vehicles were all about just getting the cars out there, and they didn't stress quantity or not. They stressed quantity over quality for a really long
Yes.
time, and their sort of system of standards wasn't up to par with what like Japanese and European automobile.
I mean, even
companies
when
were
American muscle
about.
cars started coming out, like they weren't that fucking great.
they were death traps.
They were literally
Absolutely.
yeah, like they literally were just built for the body, like the shape of the body. They were built to like look good.
Yep.
Is basically all it was.
But it, like since so many of them were like solid body cars, if you're in a crash, the solid body doesn't crumple in order to like slow it down.
Absorb
It just
the impact.
transfers the energy to that, and if the seat isn't shifting with the body of the car, you're fucked. It's just going to go through you.
Yeah. I mean, I always thought Japan made the best cars. Japan has awesome vehicles.
Who makes Nissans?
Like
Japan.
Yeah.
All right, Japan's my favorite. I like
it?
Nissans a lot.
Japan makes
Japan?
Nissan, yes.
See,
Oh, okay.
you see, like, what the thing was there were a group of people that were trying to make this whole sort of push for, like, improvement in, like, standards for automobiles, and America basically laughed them out of the country. And this was, like, right after, like, World War II. And Japan, which was sort of taking under America's wing at that point, like, after we defeated them, basically we're just like, we're going to set you back on the right path. And those people went over there, and, like, they basically presented their argument for creating this sort of idea of, like, quality products and, like, standards and everything. And Japan got all in on it, and that's why they were, like, leading the way for such a long time.
They still are.
And they still are.
Yeah.
And America's trying to close the gap, but
I really do.
They just, American cars, dude, they just have never been good. Like, I can't even think of really a sports car that, like, could hold up with, like a
GTR,
like anything. Yeah, like a fucking, like a McLaren or a fucking
Maserati,
like a Ferrari.
Lamborghini.
Anything, man. Like,
And a lot of the Nissans are just fast, and, like, their stock is just fast as fuck. Nissan, like, they just make good fucking...
Yeah, and Nissan make reliable vehicles as well.
like, it's so funny when you see, like, commercials for, like, American car companies.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing with, like, Chevy, and they're like, oh, J.D. Power and Associates. It's just like, what the fuck is that?
No one knows. It's all shit that they can just fucking make up
you
themselves.
could just make it up.
And not to mention, Chevrolet doesn't have very good vehicles in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing they ever made that was, like, a statement was the Camaro, and it's still shitty. Like,
See, I always thought that the best cars in America were Fords. And then Dodge, and then Chevy.
I guess.
At least
yeah,
they're
I
the
would say
highest
so.
selling.
Yeah. The F-150 is like the highest selling truck.
The F-150
My dad.
2002 is fucking horrible.
Yep.
Is that
It's
the one you have?
absolutely horrible, yes. It's actually horrible. But, like, if you look at the reviews for that car, it's fucking absolutely shit. Like, they didn't do the research getting in, like, buying that car, basically.
My dad's got an F-150 Lariat, which is like the luxury F-150. The shit on the interior of that is like a fucking Lincoln or a Mercedes.
The engine,
That's cool.
yeah. The engine was just fucking horrible, and they just didn't fix it until, like, 06.
Yeah. Like, there's so many issues with my 02 Explorer that are, like, you'd think that someone would have been able to figure it out by
I was
now.
gonna say, how did
But-
they go so many years without someone fucking noticing that?
The fucking door.
Yeah. Like, I legitimately have all of my doors disabled, like, so, like, it would be like, the door ajar alarm would go off at, like, random points, even though all the doors are closed.
Yeah.
And, like, that would happen when I was outside of my car. Like, car turned off and everything. So, like, it would think that someone was trying to break into my car,
Yeah, just
and
random
it would
times.
set off the alarm.
Yeah.
Like, the full-blown, like, car alarm.
Wow.
And it would do it all hours of the night. So we disabled the car alarm. But then it would start doing it all the time when I was driving. And then eventually it got to a point where it was just every single time that I was driving, it'd just be like,
Yeah.
like, just like
remember
constantly, like,
That's-
because whatever was, like, loose or whatever, it would just keep, like, disconnecting and connecting repeatedly
Yeah.
Yeah.
anytime that the vehicle shook in the least bit.
Yeah.
And eventually I just disabled every bit of that, so now I have to, like, manually lock and unlock every door.
Yeah, and you have no fucking security at all. Like,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Especially with, like, we use your vehicle to move all of the fucking band equipment.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like,
So,
fucking
like, I
75%.
legitimately had to, like, leave the back of the truck unlocked in order to keep all of our band equipment in there, because it's like, I'm not going to be able to climb over all of the band equipment to unlock it manually.
And thousands of dollars worth of equipment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Just get a padlock.
I mean,
yeah, I guess.
I mean, if I could customly, like, weld that onto there, probably.
that's funny.
But I'll just get a new car in the spring. That's my plan, anyways. Gonna go Subaru.
Oh, yeah. Go the Sean route.
Yep.
What's he got?
He's got a Forester, and that's what I'm looking at. It's probably the most similar, like, size and shape to, like, what I have now.
The dong.
Yeah.
The dong is shaped like a Subaru Forester.
Yep. That's what I'm working with.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I've been driving the fucking Chevy Prism, man.
I know you've had
one of the most reliable cars, man, I've ever fucking put my money into. God damn it, that fucking car is.
You've had that for a while
since I was 18, and I'm 21 right now, so fucking easily at least 3 fucking years. Never had a fucking single complaint. I had to replace the brake lines, maybe one.
Just simple maintenance, really.
You had to. You had. Are you still talking about the red one?
Yeah, that's just shit you got to expect, though.
Yeah.
The brake pads, the brake lines.
Had to replace the windshield.
Oh yeah, I hit a deer. It's so much easier to.
You just expect to hit deers.
Man, they run fucking quick.
We talked about.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier.
We talked about deer for like 20 minutes earlier.
Yeah,
you missed a lot.
Like
you missed a fucking.
And let me tell you,
you missed the gay retards and everything.
Listen, let me tell you,
Office Spacey.
Ever since that time that I hit that fucking deer, riding in the passenger seat of anyone's car, that's almost all you think about. You're just like,
oh yeah,
you think about how easy it is to fucking, it could happen to anyone.
Yeah.
The fact that, like, when you're riding in passenger, like, the fact that it's, like, out of your control completely is what's fucked up.
See, that's why I drink.
Because then you don't have to drive?
Yep. Can't drive if you're drunk. I mean, you can, you shouldn't.
Can't drunk if you drive.
Can't drunk if you drive.
Yeah.
It's already, like, fucking midnight, bud.
Is it?
Yeah, we're on, like, 2 hours and 40 minutes.
We're going on 3 hours.
That's
we're going on
fucked.
JRE territory here.
That's fucked.
We could call it at midnight or whatever. I got a meeting in the morning, so.
I'm working in, like...
Yeah, that's what they all say.
A few hours. I'm working, like, 7 hours. I think. I don't know when I work tomorrow.
Has to work.
I either work at 7 in the morning or 4 in the afternoon. I can't remember.
Oh no!
I'm only going in for like 2 hours, so
We're only at almost 2:40, so we're good.
What is tomorrow? Monday.
yeah.
All right, I go in at 4:30, but I want to go home at some point, probably within the next like 4 hours or so.
You going at 4:30 in the morning?
Going home. I'm going in at 4:30 at night tomorrow.
Okay.
You're going to be on the podcast Tuesday, Sean.
Oh, fuck it.
We already told you are.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I already told you I was.
It's the plan.
So yeah.
You're early.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know you guys were podcasting. I kind of just walked in on this one.
That was funny. You opened the door. You're like, oh.
I immediately knew as soon as I saw it.
Oh.
Well, it's hard not to notice the table shifted.
Yeah.
Like.
No
5
vaping.
feet.
No glasses on the table.
vaping.
We didn't do any mixed drinks tonight.
Yeah, you can actually see
You
clearly
can see
through
in
the
here.
room. So
It's not an entire room filled with fog and completely box-hotted.
Yeah, usually when I open the door, it's just pouring down the stairs. But
Yeah,
this time it wasn't. So I knew something was up.
something's going on up here. Something don't look right.
We're quitting nicotine.
Oh, but to get back to what you started a conversation and we completely derailed it about if there could be one food that
This was like 40
healthy.
minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, I just thought of what it was. So and this is weird because it's
bread.
It's like a bread,
dude.
but donuts. I fucking love donuts.
It's bread. What are you doing?
What's your favorite donut?
Just a classic glaze.
Just a classic glaze.
What the fuck is it? Deep fried bread?
It is.
You can deep fry donuts. You can deep fry donuts, but how are they traditionally made? At like
Deep fried.
fucking- They're deep fried, I don't.
Yeah.
How do you eat I don't understand how a glazed donut is your best, like, is your favorite.
That's fucking stupid.
I don't necessarily think it's the best, but it's like you could always eat it.
Headlight, dude.
Yeah.
Headlights are the best donut.
Well, Chocolate doesn't agree with me. So.
Oh yeah, you can't have chocolate.
Headlights are definitely the best, and Boston cream are fucking godly as well.
Are the Boston cream ones the ones that are cream filled?
It's literally like a headlight, but it has cream.
You can get
filling.
it with frosting or without frosting. But I fucking love Boston cream. Hell yeah. Yeah.
But like,
You should go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Strawberry
but
frosting.
like, I could legitimately eat like 24 donuts in a sitting.
Yeah.
I could probably eat like
I've
6.
actually done.
It's hard to turn down a donut.
I've done like 18 in one sitting. Before.
Fuck that.
Jesus.
Like
Wait,
regular
what?
Yeah. So I was doing this.
Dunkin' Donut holes,
He said
dude.
No,
He said that like,
actual donuts.
He said that so just. Yeah, I had 18 donuts in
he's
one
talking
sitting.
munchkins.
So I was doing like okay. So I read this book that is sort of like this sort of like diet sort of thing, and it's a ketogenic diet. So you're removing all carbohydrates from your diet essentially, and so like in a in a single day, you are only supposed to eat like 25 grams of carbohydrates in order to keep yourself within ketosis, which basically just means that your brain starts to use different chemicals in order to keep your body going rather than carbohydrates. And so like I'm just eating like tons of like meats, cheeses, and very high fiber vegetables that don't really have carbohydrates to them.
Yeah.
And like after like the first like 10 days of it, once a week you're supposed to have a carb night where basically you're supposed to just overload on carbs and your body burns them off wicked fast. And like it's weird because like
of the diet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like so basically like staying in ketosis isn't necessarily healthy. But if you occasionally have these moments where you introduce carbohydrates back in, but just for a very short amount of time, it doesn't kick you out of ketosis, but it sort of, keeps you healthier overall. But legitimately in the book, the guy describes it as that you could eat as many carbohydrates as you wanted, as long as it's at that night that
So
you do the carb
you
night.
decided to eat 18 donuts.
Yes.
I love it, honestly.
That's when you just fucking go hard.
Yeah.
That's when I just eat pizza rolls.
I legitimately ate like a Domino's pizza and 18 donuts in like a period of like 4.5 hours.
Oh man.
And
was it a Wisconsin cream cheese?
And I tried to go to sleep and I was sweating so hard in bed.
No, you cannot go to sleep after that. Holy fuck.
Well, like
That'll just turn to shit.
God damn. No, I would not be able to fall asleep after that much food was in my stomach.
well, like I went to bed like hours later. But like legitimately when I was in bed, like I had no covers on me. It was in the middle of winter.
Sweat.
And I was like I was just in boxers and I'm just like sweating and like it was legitimately a puddle underneath me. But I lost weight overnight when I weighed myself in the morning.
Wow. You think of the carbs,
Like it could just be that I lost all that water weight during that time. But like over a period of like a month that I did this diet, I lost like 9 pounds.
Yeah. That's interesting. I feel like if I ate that much food in one sitting, though, I'd fucking probably die.
half of it would
Or
come
I'd
back
at
up.
least pass out.
Like for me, when it comes to like when I stop eating, it's either I choose to stop eating because like I'm getting bored of the flavor of it or something like that, or
I am bored of this.
or like I'm like I guess I've had enough. Like
had my
I feel like this is an appropriate amount for a meal. Like I could probably just keep eating forever. Depending on what it is, I could just eat forever.
What? Alright, let's end it on that note. I feel like I could eat forever.
Oh man.
Clear Shots Podcast. Hashtag Me Too. Hashtag Eating Forever. Hashtag Office Spacey. Hashtag Gay Retards. Hashtag
Hashtag weed. R.I.P. weed guy.
Hashtag R.I.P. Weed Guy. Hashtag Ford sucks. Ford sucks.
So, if you are listening still, which is fucking insane.
If you are.
But thanks.
We've moved to a new YouTube page, so look for that. You can just go to YouTube and search for Clear Shots Podcast. It'll be like one of the first ones that comes up.
Yeah, we had to buy the domain.
Yeah.
There's Clear Shots Podcast and there's Clear Shots Podcasts.
Podcasts. And then there's SoundCloud.com/ClearShotsPodcast. That's always going to have the latest audio version of the podcast. So, like, if you're like me and you listen to audio versions of the podcasts, that's the way to go. You got to do it on SoundCloud. Because on YouTube, unless you got YouTube Red.
There's no video, so you're not going to get a video version of the
So you
podcast.
might as
Well, yeah, but on YouTube, you can't lock your phone or anything like that. So.
Yeah, true.
So if you're doing what I do and listening to podcasts at work, you got to use SoundCloud. But you can only get on SoundCloud. The problem with that is you can only see the most recent episode because they only give you a certain amount of space.
What do you got to do to get it on Google Play or something like that?
I would have to syndicate. I'd have to pay for syndication.
Is that just like a one-time thing? Or?
It would be like $15 a month.
Oh, jeez.
But it would go to not only Google Play, but iTunes and Stitcher and like basically everywhere. And it also like you would upload it once and it would like publish it on SoundCloud and YouTube and Stitcher and literally everywhere with one upload. It'd be so much more convenient, but it's $15 a month. It's kind of,
right.
You know, we're doing a freemium podcast right here. This is, I mean, it's an optional pay to win if you want.
In the future.
It's the Battlefront 2 of podcasts.
Yeah, it's like that new South Park game for the phones. You played that yet? It's like Clash. It's like Clash Royale, but it's with South Park characters. Basically, you get like a power level and you summon a character. Like you have to use this many. Yeah.
Power level.
I am completely lost.
He's completely done. He's done. He's about to pass out.
Like I'm not drunk anymore. And I'm just tired.
He's about to pull a Joey Diaz. Pass out on the podcast.
Oh man.
It's way past my bedtime.
All right, guys. Like I said, just subscribe on YouTube and check SoundCloud for the latest episodes. We appreciate you listening, and we'll see you in a couple days, hopefully.